we met a very nice fairy who wasn't mean to us at all.
I would say she was very nice until the last couple minutes.
Yeah.
There was a sword in her face at that point too, so.
Well, there was a sword after she started being mean. We continued exploring the like down trunk / old fairy settlement or whatever it was.
Did we meet the guy last time?
Yeah.
That we bothered for a long time and then finally left alone?
The actual fairy captive, or not fairy, the captive of the fairies.
Yeah.
We did that.
We went through a maze. Got lucky in not having to fight a whole guy. We killed mosquitoes that we thought were going to be an issue and then realized that we actually killed them at the very beginning. So hadn't been alive the whole time. And then we really fought you, desperately trying to get us to go through the archway until you literally tried to push us in, and then we killed your fairy, and then we went in of our own volition.
We didn't kill her. We just
Butter thinks we killed her.
She flew off. We met. What was her name? Holly? No.
Yes, we met the person who was smart. Yes.
Tilly.
Yeah. You were correct with the 2 L's and the Y.
Yeah.
And then, after a whole bunch of suspicion, we just walked right in.
And we think we've fairly conclusively determined that it is a double-sided portal to 2 different times. Ancient time and probably not so ancient.
Well, I guess we don't know if there's a way back.
Yes. Yeah. We don't know if it's ancient. We know that it is long enough ago that the tree was still there.
And that the rest of the world was not nearly as advanced. Although I guess there's still people. It was Emmental Farm instead of Emmental Manor.
Just because the Europeans had just recently started destroying the landscape doesn't mean that it wasn't already advanced.
True.
I'm going to assume it's Europeans.
Wait. Emmental Manor is like a mouse manor, right? This isn't like a person house.
I mean, you haven't been there yet, so you're not sure. You're aware that there's a large mouse settlement. The largest mouse settlement in the area is Emmental Manor. People refer to it as kind of a mouse city, but you haven't been there. You don't really know.
I'm imagining this whole time, at least, I've been imagining that it is a people manor that does a really poor job of closing any small gaps and leaves food out just kind of at random. And so a lot of mice do live there.
Except I gotta turn down my AC.
It's like George Big? What was that show? George Small?
Stuart Little? Fucking hate him.
No. George Shrinks.
I'm shaking right now.
Did you ever watch George Shrinks?
No.
I have no idea where I saw it because it's a Canadian TV show. So I guess PBS showed it at some point. But it's basically Stuart Little, except he's actually a human and not a human that looks like a mouse.
This art style looks like an artist that makes joke content now. The eyes being just 2 really far away dots.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure this would get memed to hell. Anyway. Tilly said that she's working with Tormund and with the frogs, although it's unclear whether she's genuinely working with them or a mole. They think the babbling grail is in the time portal. Tilly thinks it's an ancient weatherstone. That kind of tracks with the stuff that Tormund's been saying. We're intrigued.
Okay. If I remember properly, the last thing you said is that you're going to go check on your followers who are kind of waiting outside the dungeon. I think it's fair to say that takes you around an hour of getting back to them. It's safe, but it takes you a good amount of time to get back to them, explain to them the plan, get back to where you were, all that sort of thing. I think that the followers will have assured you that they're going to wait until they're sure you're dead before they leave. Maybe a day or two.
I remember that.
They've established some small camp, kind of out in the periphery, kind of in like the shadows of the forest next to the coast, where they feel like they're safe for now. What else? What else? What else?
I'm gonna shuffle some. Sorry, go ahead.
I will remind you about the one other thing that I don't think you mentioned is that you had an encounter with a ghost by a magical music box thing. And I think other than that, you pretty much covered everything that happened. It's now late evening. You know, it's kind of mid to early mid spring. So the days are getting longer, but it's still, you know, sunset comes pretty early. And so in like kind of the shadows of the trees, it's getting dark. It's kind of like a dark gray twilight, and you're sitting here. You come back to this sort of pedestal up on top of a sort of trunk, and there's this sort of uncanny effect where the world around you is getting darker, but the world through this sort of portal is still glowing with the same bright amber light. It gives the effect that this portal is itself glowing, but it's not actually casting any light on the surroundings, on the pedestal around it. And so it's just sort of this, you know.
So it's emitting
glowing...
light, but it's not creating shadows?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's also, there's something very funny to me about a portal that's like 1,000 years and 6 hours into the past. Like it's not the same time of day.
Just slightly off sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that it's 1,000 years ago. It's that when they were made, it was just like you could just walk through it. But for some reason on the other side, time goes slightly slower, and just over the course of time, it has gotten this far off.
It's just a rounding error.
I like to think that they had to set it up beforehand, and then they had to make the exit at the other end 1,000 years later. And when they tried to turn it on, it didn't work, so they spent 6 hours troubleshooting.
I think that's canon. That's 100% what happened.
I've made a note.
There was some foreman somewhere who was so pissed that they were losing all this time, ruining his entire schedule.
Yeah. You kind of sit on this threshold, looking through the portal. The party that was with Tilly, including Tilly herself, has disappeared. She had told you that she's going exploring before you, as her like last message to you. Mm-hmm. It's quiet. It's getting dark. What do you want to do?
Need to remember what I sound like.
Getting dark on our end or their end?
Same end.
It is getting dark on your end. On their end, it's
do we not walk
about
through?
the same. Not yet. I mean,
I thought we
I
decided.
haven't assumed that you're walking through, but
okay.
If you would like to.
I remember talking about it at the end. I thought we did.
We decided that we were going to, so
yeah.
Brandon could plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we've got our supplies. It's like nighttime, right? Like we're at the end of a day's energy expenditure.
Yes. So you haven't rested. I will say that in kind of like the hour of getting ready, you guys can have taken a short rest, no problem.
Oh.
Like while you're talking to the mice at your camp, you get a little bit of a break. But if you would like to go through this evening, then yes, you will not have taken a rest. It is getting, it's still evening. It's not like late at night, but you're getting to the point where like you're going to want to sleep soonish. So there is sort of that in the back of your mind that it's getting late.
Yeah. Well,
I think it might
do we
be
think?
smart to sleep on this side before we go through, just in case we can't sleep as well on the other side for some magical reason.
I see the logic there, but what if Tilly gets too far away? Is there some benefit to being in her side of the world, just in case she comes back to camp? I don't want to lose her trail necessarily.
Major looks up from poking at his arrow wound in his shoulder and goes, "I'm fine to go."
I'm sorry,
got a
I
couple
need to
hours
get
at
rid of
least.
water. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I have 1 HP as well.
Okay, Ben, quick, while he's gone.
We can.
Ben, special plan is the stupidest term I've ever fucking seen in RPG, because I looked this up in the PDF. It shows up 3 times. Once in the table of contents, once in the index, and once as the title of the table of these items. It's never defined. It means nothing.
Yeah. This is, like I said, I think this is the clunkiest mechanic. So maybe I'll spend some time putting together a nicely put like flowchart of what you can do and how you get access to things.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk about that another night. In general, I'd like to like
there's a really cool spreadsheet to be made here with like a whole inventory system and like keeping track of the things you make and all the specific details about them. But I can't make it because it doesn't work.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. This it seems like it was put on, after they did other stuff.
But it's just really weird, this list, because if special plans don't mean anything, then I have to assume these are all gadgets. And okay, sorry, Baron's back.
Sorry about that. Were you plotting?
Yes.
Nope. I mean, yes.
What did we all decide? What was the?
I'm personally, we've got our short rest. I think we might as well get at least a couple of hours in on the other side. See if we can catch up to Tilly or understand her trail, or fuck, maybe it's a like functional society that has beds instead of the ground.
Would it be a good idea to just go romping off into the wilderness to find someone who doesn't know what we look like?
Right? Like, we're going into the base of the trunk. We're going to the base of this city.
What you can see through the portal is not much, but it is definitely civilized, at least this room that the portal's in. Like, there's architecture to this. Someone is... And it's...
That is Brandon's pure mark of civilization.
It's true. Architecture comes in many forms, but...
True.
Log cabin, still technically architecture. Couple sticks in the ground, potentially.
Anything man-made?
A cave?
Maybe even not. Is a beaver dam architecture, Brandon?
Oh,
I would very much argue yes.
Anyways, Mausritter.
Beavers are one of the only creatures that create their own habitat the way we do. So
the longer we talk about it, the further Tilly gets away.
Does this mean we're gonna have to run?
We might.
I'd rather wait till tomorrow.
Okay. Major, you step through, and kind of like contrary to what you might expect, you don't feel anything strange. It feels very much like you're just walking through any door. You step through, and you're immediately hit by a wall of sound. It seems that... how do I explain this? The instrument that you had been playing earlier, the same musical sound is permeating this entire space. It's like you're inside of the instrument. It's sort of like powerful, but like kind of delicate sound that it immediately registers with you. The next thing you notice is that there's the sound of rushing water everywhere. You breathe in, and there's this sort of like musky, sweet smell to everything. It's uncannily peaceful here. Kind of able to. Go ahead.
I look back at where I came through.
You see that this wooden arch that you just walked through is not an arch at all. It's a wall, just completely solid.
I wave at the wall.
See him?
Sorrel and Butter, you see Major kind of like step through, take stock of his surroundings, turn around, and he's not looking you in the eye or anything, but he's waving at you.
Is he looking
remember
in
how
the
we-
right direction, or is he like looking slightly to the right? Like, is there any form of indication as to where the portal was?
He's not able, like, he's not making eye contact with you, but he is looking like at the portal.
Okay.
And when, that makes sense with everything with Tilly, right? We weren't able to. The only time we communicated is when we like dropped something all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wrote stuff down and like held it up to, I guess, the wall, but we could see her. She couldn't see us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean that makes sense. She was on this side, so she knows it's see through from the one direction. I guess we'll like wave and try and see if Major gives us like a thumbs up or something to come through.
Major, all you see is wall.
I mean, Major M's still thinking right now. He's gonna pull out one of the pieces of what was it, amber he got from last session.
Yep.
And he's gonna like presumably take a piece of bark or something off the ground.
Sure,
And he's
yeah,
just gonna put the amber up against the bark so that it's dark behind the amber, and then hold it up so that it reflects the wall in front of him.
Yeah, I mean it's a
Oh.
little bit crude, and like it's not this finely polished surface, but I think like kind of with the shifting of everything and this sort of like faceted surface of amber, you guys on the other side of the portal are able to get a gist that like that this thing is solid.
Can I say,
Is it wood?
Yes, it's all wood.
Butter is trying to make out what is being reflected on this piece of amber, and because it is not perfectly polished, it's kind of wavy, and there's really nothing to reflect because it's just wood that he's reflecting. Butter keeps getting closer and closer to the portal, like squinting, trying to see anything, that he leans a little too far and falls through the portal.
I think like there's this moment where like your head kind of pushes through the portal and like kind of instinctively like to balance yourself you back out, but it's like as if your head had gotten stuck in between two railings, like you can't go back, and that's what makes you lose your balance.
Well, can I caveat? I think what
Yeah.
made him lose his balance is that he was really staring at the amber, and then suddenly his face appeared in the amber, and it surprised him.
I love it. I love it. It's
I
like
mean-
a funhouse mirror reflection of just Butter's floating head. And Major, like you get this like really strange sensation of seeing a nose and then a snout and then two eyes and then suddenly
Ugh.
all of Butter falls
So-
out.
I'm going to continue adding to this. There are three things that cause Butter to fall. There's seeing himself all of a sudden in the amber, getting stuck a little bit and kind of freaking out, and then the wall of noise that he wasn't expecting.
Yes.
All of these things completely throw him off, and he falls, he kind of rolls, and then he lays there for like a good 5 seconds, just trying to reacclimate to what just happened. It's like a flashbang went off, effectively.
And it's like it's bright in here. Like lots of noise, lots of light. Major being Major next to you.
Doesn't look like I have my past legs yet.
All right, 2 out of 3. Sorrel just leaves. He's gonna go be a farmer and leave you guys in the past.
All right, roll a new character.
I think if I've gotten the idea from this mirror that it is a solid wall, how wide is the portal on this end? Like, can I, if I spread my arms, could I touch either side?
Yeah, like tips of your little fingers, you're able to get it.
Okay.
So it's maybe like 2-3 inches across.
I'm gonna back up and like spread my wingspan, and then walk backwards through the portal until I'm facing the wall, so that I can kind of mark this. Like, this is where it was.
Yeah.
And then as I get through, be like, somebody grab like I don't know, chalk or a stone or something. Mark it out. We don't want to lose this.
Butter just he like pushes himself up slowly, awkwardly, and then takes the Spear of Fey design and like tries to scratch out a brief outline.
Yeah, actually, I especially love that you used the Spear of Fey design. I think that it carves this wood like butter. There is something like
Butter is covering the wood, yes.
yeah. Sorry, it carves it like really soft
Margarine.
cheese. Margarine. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be
Like a hot
what
knife
is that? Is
through
that a-
congealed cream.
Through you.
It's remarkably easy to kind of mark out kind of the perimeter, your best guess of like with Sorrel's measurement and kind of what you just looked at. Where this, and sure enough, like it doesn't quite line up with like, it looks like whatever this wood is. It not only is it not a gate yet, it's like not really a wall either. It's kind of just like a protruding amount of wood. Whatever it is, it's in progress.
Is it growing out of the stump?
Yes, it's like the same wood that
Live
they've
tree.
carved out. Live tree, yeah.
Cool.
Well, actually,
Very weird.
if it was the center of the tree, it would probably just be heartwood, which is dead.
It's dead. It has been whoever has carved this interior, and it's very clearly been carved. They left this heartwood rock for some purpose. Rock is the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
lump.
Core.
lump. Yeah, core. I think the other thing that you're going to notice is like you're kind of watching this. I think, Sorrel's measuring, Butter is carving. Major, you're probably standing a little bit further back and you're able to kind of look around and you see on the other side of this lump that you just walked through, the same dead body of a frog that you were looking at earlier.
Okay. How dead? Or how long dead?
It was bleeding when you left it. It's not bleeding anymore, but if you just came across this in your everyday life, you would not be surprised at the condition of this frog. If that makes sense. Like it looks appropriately dead for the last time you saw it.
Wait, when was I thought we saw it in the other side of the portal. Was it in
Yes.
our time?
We had the skeleton in our time.
The skeleton was in your time.
The
And,
skeleton was
again,
in our
like,
time.
as
The
you walk
bleeding
through,
one
you would
was
have
in
seen
the.
skeleton again. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the skeleton was in our time. Looking through the other side, looking through one side, we saw Tilly in that group. The other side, we saw this body, but it was actively bleeding. And that
Mhm.
we've walked through, and it's still there, but
like a
it's
little-
not.
Little puddle of like sticky drying blood underneath of it, but it's more or less the same condition you left it.
Very
Hmm.
interesting.
Is that a like?
They were able to calibrate one side to be to the hour, and then the other one is 6 hours off, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I will clarify that like that was an assumption that you were making, that there were 2 time periods.
Oh,
So that all of that was
this could be-
happening the
this-
whole time.
Yeah,
okay.
It's
it's
the
just
upside
2
down.
sides of the same room that you're seeing.
Okay, you can walk through to either side. It is the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that simplifies things.
Yeah. So
Sorry, one more question.
Um,
Is this lump that will eventually be the portal thin and like you could just walk around to both sides? Like if we had walked through the other side, we would have just come out the other side of the wall.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Okay.
And like you're able to kind of walk around this gate and take it in from gate in parentheses.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to
and-
picture what we were looking
Yeah, it's a lump. You feel like if you had walked through the other side, you would have seen the same thing. Everything tracks with what you were observing before, as if it's one big room. Speaking of that room, I think you're able to kind of look around, and you'll see that you are indeed on the interior of a large upright tree. On all sides of you, there are multiple cascades of water coming down from above. And above you, maybe I need to draw this actually. Let me get out MS Paint.
Actually, do you have the drawing from
I do.
current time? That might be useful for us to have as a reference.
Yes. Let me decide the best way to do this. Okay. Need you here. Okay. How do I uncrop? I just want to scale. Resize. 200.
Enhance.
Zoom!
No!
Zoom, damn it!
Just want to like.
What if you increase the canvas size and then AI fill everything that's white?
Could be fun and interesting. Okay, I got it. Share screen. MS Paint. Mouse. Okay, so this is the old version. We will. Oh, had a version of this saved. Hang on. But let me draw it for you first, and then I'll find where I had it saved. So you guys are sitting in the middle of this kind of large. That's not a paintbrush. Large, open, atrium-like space. Up on a pedestal. And above you, it kind of tapers in. So like this is the wall of the tree, right? And it kind of tapers in until it gets to a ring, kind of like an oculus. Closes off above you.
VR in this world?
Got VR in this world. From up here is where all the water is flowing down. And looking straight up, kind of like have you seen like kind of the orb-shaped chandeliers, like a half dome-shaped chandelier?
Yeah.
Imagine one of those. You're only looking at the bottom of it, and it's all stained glass. So it's like up here.
Wild.
Around this room. And it looks like there's like a shimmering light through the glass. It looks like the water is coming from this chandelier. So the water's coming down. Around this room is a spiral staircase through which you think you can get up to this oculus space. So it kind of goes up like this. Staircase. You are on a platform, and then in front of you, kind of down below, there's this moat of water around you that all the water's cascading in. And then kind of down below, the water flows out through a large opening, which you couldn't see when you were looking through, but there's a large opening that seems to lead out into lush green nature. It's bright, so it's hard to see, but you could make your way.
Gotcha.
Sorry, it's not the best drawing, but
No, that's.
I mean, the
better than
way,
I could
if
do.
I looked at it fully drawn, I'd be confused, but the way that you slowly added layers, I was able to figure it out.
excellent.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
That's going to cause rot. That's why the heartwood's all
What am I
gone.
looking at?
Is the spiral staircase connecting to the pedestal directly?
Yeah, there's a little bridge over the moat that kind of surrounds this pedestal. You can get to the spiral staircase, goes all the way up.
Were we able to get an idea of which direction Tilly went when she left our vision?
I would say we'll draw a plan view. This is the pedestal you're on.
Yep.
Right. Water all the way around. Opening is this way. And you would get the gist that she would have gone that way because she left this way.
Okay,
That
so
makes
she was
sense.
probably going outside into nature instead of up on the staircase.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a dilemma.
I'd rather go. I just went into Irish. What was that? I'd rather go to the water side, not feeling like climbing too many stairs.
I'm confused though. She said she was looking for the weatherstone that was held in this tree. Why would she leave without it?
Don't rightly know. Could be all manner of reasons. Might be she's already been to the top and found some sort of blockage. Maybe she's trying to get in via the outside. Maybe there was something else she's looking for. I'm of a mind with butter. I think I'd rather peek my head out into open air and get a better lay of the land before we go climbing up into what is probably full of fairies.
Well, it is the direction the ferry flew in, suppose.
Luckily,
Yeah, we can always
I have my
come back in.
spear that we rightly know can dispatch fairies.
It's true.
Apart from that one that we tried it on. I'm sure it'll work next time.
0% success rate. I vote that we at least poke our heads out, see what's going on before we start climbing into danger.
Yeah.
If we were to
So-
get into the water, could we get from the water back onto the pedestal or onto the bridge?
The water's pretty close to the top of the pedestal, so you feel like, I mean, it's running water, but it's not running so quickly that you feel like you wouldn't be able to get back up.
I've got an idea. Why don't we chop down this very convenient pillar of wood and turn it into a boat?
I think
It's
that's a
not wrong.
great idea. I'll get started. And then he starts like hacking in the center of the. If he can cut through where the pillar eventually, or the archway will eventually be, hey, the archway's there now.
That's actually a good point.
I do think. Go ahead.
We are our own grandpa.
You're talking about one solution, but the simplest solution, realistically, at this point, is just cut the whole tree down.
Someone has to.
If you
I had
just
a
make
beaver
it
friend do
look
it
like
once.
it did.
Oh,
Butter
swimmers.
Butter starts walking up to the edge and like dips a toe in to see what the temperature is.
It's delightfully warm.
He jumps in.
It's like jumping into a jacuzzi. Like, it takes a moment for your body to adjust, but you can feel the tension leaving your muscles. I think if you haven't healed to full already, you're going to heal one more hit points just from how good this
Oh,
feels.
I haven't rolled yet. Hold on. Okay, good. I needed that.
Forgot we got in a short rest. That's just a d6.
Yeah.
D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1. You guys see Butter kind of jump in. There's a small splash, and then he kind of bobs back to the surface.
What is Butter's diving technique? How does he enter the water?
He just like jumps in. Like he's not diving like someone who's practiced at it. He just knows how to be in water. And the means of entry is not something he's too concerned about. So I think he makes a significant splash as he half walks in, half falls, half like it's intentional, but it doesn't necessarily look it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like, you're experienced in the water. It's easy to kind of get your bearings. I think like while you're underwater, you're going to get the gist that like this moat around the pedestal is not quite as deep as it was when you entered. Seems like fresher wood. The current is kind of pushing you out of the tree slowly.
As he sits in the water, relaxing, and then realizes that he's moving away, he goes, "Well, either you need to jump in, or I need to start swimming, and I don't quite feel like it right now."
Monkey see, monkey do.
We're mice.
I think Sora will hop in, not particularly gracefully, and just kind of doggy paddle over.
Sorrel, the same effect on you. You gain 1 hit point as you jump in. Feel your muscles relax. Feel the worries of the world fade away.
My middle-aged back finally unkinks just a little bit.
You
There's a
stand
lot
up
of
another
pop
centimeter
next to you.
taller.
Major Am's not really gonna jump straight in. He's gonna sort of hold onto the ledge and go backwards in, and then with the big old feathers still on his back, he's just sort of gonna lean back and let the feathers support him in the water, so he can just sort of backstroke towards them. Which is very silly to see on a mouse.
Yeah, all 3 of you are in the water. Same effect on you, Major. and you begin to make your way out of this tree base. The water kind of shallows out and gets a little bit quicker as you start getting out of the tree. You're traveling over some pretty thick roots, and you're able to kind of look around and you see, in many ways, the same site that you left behind, but in many ways, very different. The first thing that you're going to notice is that the sort of like heaviness and darkness of the forest that you left behind has now been replaced by like a verdant green glow. Everything is a little bit younger, everything is a little bit less dense, and so you're getting more daylight, and it is daylight through the upper trees. You're getting more kind of like dense underbrush on the ground that's not so much like moss and like mud and ick on the ground, right? It's a lot more like a garden. Down below you, you're going to see where the banks of the river once were. It flows out for some ways. You get to there's like a break here. It gets much bigger. Actually, I'm going to scale this. Select. Resize. No, not that. Resize. So you're going to get out, and it sort of splits. There is a large rock sitting right in front of you, and sort of it's like pointing up, kind of like Pride Rock, right? And so you can't really see the top face of it from where you are, but it looks like steep cliffs from where you are floating down. And it sort of forks. On the one side, it travels towards a... Sorry. Oh, I've drawn this backwards. So this side is going to go down, out to the banks of the sort of shore. And you're going to see, looking out, that you're under the dense boughs. I say dense, but it's not as dense as what you left. You're under the boughs of an enormous willow tree, the base of which you just left. Sheltered underneath the boughs of the willow tree, you're going to see an ornate, very much in the same style of the carvings in the tree, you're going to see an ornate dock kind of going out, and milling about on the dock down here, you're going to see unmistakably mouse folk. There are mice fishing, there are mice carrying bundles to and fro. On the other side, floating down, it will go to a small garden. And this is on the shadowy side of the tree, which appears to be a garden of mushrooms. The mushrooms are very well tended, but they are no doubt the same species as the mushrooms that you left in the last version of this area. Where would you like to go?
Well, if we need some form of melatonin-like substance, we know where to go. I think that Butter does not swim towards the mushrooms, though.
Yeah.
That was not for sleeping.
I am certainly more interested in the mice folk. Didn't really expect to see many of them here. Although I suppose the one with Fairy we've already seen was disguised as a mouse, so might want to be a bit cautious.
I will have my spear handy.
Good. Well, maybe.
And my axe. What?
You have an axe now, Major.
I actually do have an axe.
Oh, hey, would you look at that?
I think it's a good idea to have it ready, but I propose that we go in
Guns
with
a-blazing?
diplomacy. No, the exact opposite. Why don't we, I don't know, go introduce ourselves? Maybe some of them have seen Tilly.
Yeah. So you're going down to the dock, you said?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what seems the most interesting immediately.
So you were up, I'll make you red. You were up here, you're making your way down. As you're leaving the shelter of this sort of enormous trunk, the music of what was unmistakably an organ that you heard inside of the tree starts to fade away. But as you get further away, closer to this rock, you hear the gentle strumming of some sort of stringed instrument from up on top of the rock. As you kind of go around, it's very clear that the source of this music is on top of this rock. It is also the same melody and in the same time as the music that you are listening to inside of the tree. As you float down even further, the water kind of picks up in some points and then slows down in other points. You make your way out to this dock. It's just one single dock that goes out. You can see there's kind of a large pile of crates and kind of pails. Within the pails, you can see even from a distance, there seems to be some sort of like bait, small worms that are kind of, they're large for mice compared to humans, but they're still like small enough that they're workable. The mice are kind of walking back and forth on this pier, or sitting on little stools and fishing, carrying catches back, putting them in the boxes. They don't seem at all bothered by your presence.
They have noticed us.
They haven't noticed you. They haven't made eye contact with you. They're just going about their business and doing their work.
Yeah, I think climb up onto the deck and introduce ourselves, I guess. Just like wave down whoever's closest and
Have we figured out the don't tell fairies your name thing yet? Because introduce ourselves could go very wrong again immediately.
introduce
If they
yourselves.
don't ask for it.
Yeah. Hail, mouse friend. Could you tell us a little bit about where we are? We're not from around here, just sort of travelers and not familiar with this settlement.
Like the mouse that you kind of hailed down, working by themselves. They're carrying, like, I don't know, what's a mouse-sized fish? A minnow?
Yeah.
They're carrying
Well,
a
They're
minnow
like
with
giant.
claws.
They're like giant tuna.
Yeah. Like one of them on the dock is holding it up, and they're taking a picture of him. No, he's carrying a tuna, and he's kind of like walking by. And as you talk to him, he kind of pauses. He looks at you, and then he says, "Yes, deliveries within the tree, please.
Sorry?
Deliveries within the tree, please." And then he starts walking away.
We're not delivery. We don't. What? I think
Kind
I'll
of in
try
that
this.
moment of confusion, he's made his way a little bit further away. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll try a similar tactic with another mouse. See if the same thing happens.
So you kind of introduce yourself, you say you're not around from around here, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think you get verbatim the same response.
That's a bit odd. Do I? Butter.
Yes.
Do I look like a delivery boy?
Butter, who has just been like breathing into his own hand and smelling it to see if he smells bad, and that's the issue, gives Sorrel a whole once over and goes, I mean, it's certainly possible, but not the first thing I would think.
I'm devastated.
But it is okay. You are among friends there. I am also somewhat of a delivery mouse.
I suppose so.
And then there's Major.
Major's one of a kind. Well, what do we do now? Don't think we're gonna get much out of this, folks. I don't know if they're bewitched or just honestly rude.
It's like going to a city that you've never been to before, and they're like tourists.
As you're kind of talking, another mouse, like, walking up carrying like a bundle from the tree to the dock. They're carrying a bundle of worms, and they kind of like just bump right into you and walk through.
Things odd here.
Yeah. Butter, as he's bumped into, says, "Oh, excuse me." No response.
The mouse doesn't give you a response.
I want to try something. I would like to go up to one of the mice that's fishing and just grab one of the worms or whatever is acting as bait from the pail and see if they respond to that.
Yeah. So you kind of walk up. There's a mouse, like we'll say, like maybe a third of the way. He's fishing in the shallows, and he's got a little pail of worms next to him. And you're able to reach up, undisturbed, grab it, and as soon as you do, his head snaps around. He looks at you and says, "Put that back."
I meant no harm. Sorry.
Put it back.
Sure. You got it, boss.
Have you eaten today?
I have. I'm doing fine, but I appreciate the offer.
From behind, Butter goes, "Technically not today."
Thanks, Butter.
The mouse will, in fact, respond to that and say, "There's food upstairs."
Got it. We'll stop by. Sorry to disturb you.
Hold on a second. If there's food upstairs, why are you fishing?
I think the mouse, having delivered his message, goes back to his business and stops responding to you. Assuming Sorrel has put the worm back, of course. Yeah.
As soon as I get a response, I stop taking it. I don't actually want it.
Add one worm to your inventory.
What a great treasure.
It's worth less than a pip.
Can we hear the music from the rock, from the dock?
Yeah, it's gentle. It's not very loud. But yes, the kind of wind, the soft breeze is carrying it down. I think another thing you're going to notice, actually, as you're kind of getting further away from the tree, beyond the boughs of the willow, there's a dense fog. And you look around and it's on all sides.
Concerning. Have either of you boys ever seen weather like that?
I did spend most of my life in the sewers. I've seen fog. It's not the kind that you like to see.
I've never seen fog have such a strong, cutoff point or barrier.
I thought you were going to say odor, and I have.
Also that. I believe you. Annie, are you curious about what might be on the other side of that fog wall?
Not enough to go exploring it right now.
Last time I crossed over a wall or threshold that I couldn't see, I wasn't able to make my way back, so perhaps another time.
As Major is saying that,
All right.
Butter is pointing at him in a, ditto kind of way.
Fair enough. Well, I'm not sure that we're going to get much out of these mind-controlled, presumably, mice. Do you boys fancy checking out that rock?
Rock sounds good. And Butter starts wobbling or swimming off to that rock.
Yeah, so you guys, you had made your way down about a third of the way to the end of the dock, and then you turn around. You can now see a little bit better to the top of a rock. Like I said, it was kind of slanted away from you, so you couldn't see the top of the rock from where you were before. But now that you're well out into the water, you can see lying on her back and playing a harp-like instrument is unmistakably a fairy.
Butter, without immediately pointing the spear at the fairy, he does grip it tightly.
I think kind of not responding to you in any way at all, but as you're doing that, you see her like her legs are up in the air and she kind of kicks a couple of times playfully and is just chilling, having a good time, playing music.
I no longer really want to check out the rock.
I do think like one other thing that I did not describe is that you'll see that there is some sort of like tablet on the rock. There's like it's like a separate object sitting on top of the rock. There it is something that has unmistakably been carved even from a long distance.
The 10 Commandments.
Like next to the ferry?
Next to the ferry, yeah.
I mean, if it's just one tablet, there'd only be 5.
I mean, they could be written small. This is made up.
Small.
If Moses had
like
smaller handwriting, he would have only had to carry one. He could have written on the other side. Think, man.
Do you think they're numbered like books in the bottom left and bottom right? 1, 2.
must be.
Well, I always imagined that it was like 1, thou shalt not kill. 2, and then you just look for the 5 through 10, or 6 through 10.
Well, it'd be Roman numerals, right?
Yes. Fine. Then you look for the VI to X.
Roman numerals, you mean?
Roman
Roman
numerals, yeah.
Love it. Yeah. So the music continues playing. Obviously, the ferry has not noticed you. You can still check out the garden. You can still go back inside. You can explore the dock more. You can go into the mist if you like. You see a few giant bugs and tentacles coming out of the mist.
Oh, gross.
It's a reference. We'll move on.
Okay.
It's a bunch of.
I did not watch The Mist.
Dang it.
That's the Stephen King one, right?
Yeah.
I'll have to put it on my list.
Well, while we're out here, we might as well check out that garden.
Do we still have the like little strips of rag that we used as face masks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Butter
absolutely.
preemptively puts that on.
Yeah, I think we're all suited up.
Okay.
We look terrifying to anyone who could possibly care.
Aliens.
Describe to me, like, you're kind of underneath of this bough of a tree. There's a small, like, spring stream coming down from the tree. How are you getting from the docks to the garden? Like, are you going back up the stream? Are you walking?
Considering there is a like what's it called? A wake is the wrong word.
Yeah.
There's a current, yes, a flow. I think we would walk to the farthest point we can before we have to cross water again, and then jump back in and swim across or something like that.
Yeah, I figure we were like halfway between the D and the R.
Okay.
And we'll just like swing wide and low around to the bottom right.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to get close to this rock. I think one thing I will say is that, the fairy is not looking at you. She's looking up. But there's no cover between you and the fairy if you're walking. If that changes your...
I mean,
I don't know.
we all have weapons. I think if it were to suddenly attack, they would. I don't think
Rather
Butter
be on the
expects
ground.
them. Yeah. Butter does not expect this fairy to suddenly attack. He is just a little nervous.
Yeah.
How does
Yeah.
the fairy look relative to us? Is it like a humanoid fairy, or is it a mouse as well?
It is humanoid. I
I
don't
mean,
think...
humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid. And I think Butter's the only one who has like a concrete frame of reference for what a human actually looks like. Humans are actually fairly rare in this part of the world.
So this just looks gross to me.
It looks
What
like
is
like
that?
if you,
Fleshy.
yeah, if you had a furless mouse, which you've probably seen before, a mouse without a fur, and then the proportions were all wrong. It was like starved half to death.
Butter is shaved.
Oh yeah, it looks like if Butter hadn't eaten for 3 months. And
Couldn't imagine.
His head shrunk, maybe, and he grew wings.
Where did his nose go?
And his tail.
They
But
are
they're like the same height as us.
deformed creatures. Which must be why they make such a wretched smell.
And I think, like, even with hushed voices, I think your conversation is enough to draw the fairy's attention.
It's
And she
coming,
kinda,
boys.
like
We get for shit talking.
her head kind of like lolls over, and she's looking at you upside down. And then, like, she cocks her head and then rolls over, and she's like, "Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Ahoy.
Hi."
I think what's my name? Sorrel is just gonna like doff his cap. He's probably not actually wearing a cap, but just like evening, Mom.
Hi. Have you eaten today?
We are not currently hungry, though. Depending on what you call today, we have not eaten on this particular one.
Well, that's very interesting. You're not like the other mice, are you?
Always fancied myself one of a kind.
You see,
Although
I'm a
next to me
sewer
here-
rat, or I'm a sewer mouse. He starts to go into his backstory before realizing that he's oversharing.
I think this fairy, like, she nods appreciatively at everything you're saying, and then she goes, "There's something smelly about you. How did you get here?"
It was a long journey, Mom.
Are we still walking? Like, as this fairy's talking, we're just, like, trying to get around them, like someone trying to talk to you on a random street corner?
I think so.
Yeah, she'll, like, kind of be like, "Oh, okay, have fun. If you need any help, let me know."
Butter shoots a look at the other two, like, do we ask about Tilly? Okay, Butter keeps walking.
Don't make eye contact, Butter.
You, like, you're walking past, and then kind of gently you hear the music start to pick up and then find itself and get back in the same exact tempo, if you had been keeping track, as it left off.
Interesting.
You pick your way around this rock. You're able to kind of cross this small offshoot of a stream, which, you're even looking closer, you're able to see as like an artificial trench, a mouse-made trench, if you will, that is clearly feeding this grove. It splits off into a bunch of like little branches, and then sitting in large planters are the same exact mushrooms that you encountered earlier, but much better tended. There's the same sort of musky smell around, and you, I think it's fair to say, would know to cover your mouth, having encountered this before. You see that milling around this place, you see between the rows of mushrooms every so often a mousy worker wearing the same mask, same style of mask as you are, is tending to these mushrooms.
They all seem kind of uninterested in the external world, similar to the fishermen.
Very similar, yeah. You do, I think, hear soft conversation from inside of the mushroom grove, but it's hard to hear. It's kind of muffled.
Seems as good a lead as any, boys. Might be Tilly.
Butter's ears perk up, and he, with the mask donned, like, starts moving with a little bit more pep in his step.
Okay. Yeah, I think a very familiar feeling. You take your way into this mushroom grove, and round a couple of corners, you get like deeper into the center of it's kind of like a hedge maze, but with mushrooms. But it's not very difficult to navigate because you can see between the stems of mushrooms. And eventually, having gone through enough rows of mushrooms, you're able to see two large green shapes and one smaller white shape having a conversation. You won't recognize the voice. You've never heard this voice before. But between croaks and sort of low rumbles from the two large green shapes, you hear a mouse saying, "No, no, 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 not quite like that. No, no."
I think we found her. Shall we go introduce ourselves proper?
Are we telling them our names, or are we just saying, like, Mouse 1, Mouse 2, and Mouse 3?
I think we're fine to introduce ourselves. Didn't we already introduce ourselves?
I don't remember.
That's an interesting
Probably.
loophole, too, because she was looking at a wall that introduced itself as 3 people, or at least one person. I don't think you mentioned that there were multiple of us.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly, I think you
I
said your name, but no one else.
believe I did. I think I introduced Sorrel. I'm also pretty sure Tilly's not a fairy, but who knows? Also, none of us know that that's a bad thing, mouse-wise.
I guess that, yeah, hasn't come up yet. I've thought about it a lot since the first time we talked about it. I'm not introducing myself to any new people, just in case, in real life.
Yeah. You're in a job interview.
My name's Jim.
That's not what your CV says.
Ah, dang it, I forgot I wrote it on there.
Yeah, I think, like, as you guys are kind of deliberating, you hear like, "Yes, well, I think we've gathered everything we need here," and the kind of white shape of a mouse starts walking out. You see Tilly walks towards you around a corner, and then she looks up and says, "Oh, well, there's a sight you haven't seen in a while. I assume one of you is Sorrel."
Yes, that would be me. Tilly?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
You as well. Shake your hand. Paw.
Yes. Well, it took you long enough to come through.
A couple of hours. We had some, companions we had to take care of. But we're here.
I see. Well, I must say it's quite curious to come across other mice deep in the old wood. It's not
Well, it
often.
seems like there's quite a few mice around here already.
Yes.
Although I get the feeling something's up with them.
Yes. Well, if you haven't guessed by now, I believe we are in the past.
Yes, I think we put that together.
Have you seen The Truman Show?
No, I'm not familiar.
It's a show where a guy is... I guess it would be... It was on a round thing that I found in the sewer. He also had to deal with a bunch of people that didn't seem quite right.
Curious, is it like a phonograph?
Not a word I've ever heard before. But it sounds a lot of fun to say.
Yes, well, I believe that's a... Sorry, I'm using my jargon again. That's a human antiquity. Human antiquity, as you may have heard.
Now I understand.
Yes, well, there's not many of them. It's rather curious that you've come across one, but delightful all the same. If you come across more, I'd be very interested.
Haven't seen one since I left the sewers, but I will let you know if I find one.
Yes, and your name is?
Butter, looks at the other two to see if it's okay.
I'm not a fairy, I promise.
That's what the last fairy that we met said.
Oh, well, they do tend to do that, don't they?
If only there were some.
She wasn't a particularly good liar. I think we were just particularly gullible. So, not too much.
Butter says, "My name is Butter Butterball."
Pleased to meet you, Butter Butterball. My name is Tilly Domiati.
Domiati.
She looks around expectantly for you to recognize that name. And when you don't make a response, she kind of huffs a little. Not from around here, are you?
We're from about 1,000 or who knows how many years in the future.
Plus or minus 6 hours.
Pardon, yes, so am I.
And also quite a ways, physical distance as well.
And dare I ask, what brings you to such parts? I was not aware that Torment had any other agents in this area.
new companions of Tormund's. I
Ah,
met him only a few weeks ago, if even that. He was asking for some help recovering a key, actually, from Bullywug Bastion.
oh,
Kind of got
yes.
caught up in this, we'll call it an extracurricular.
For that curious chest he came across, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that is a development, isn't it? Tell me, how did you come by Tormund's acquaintance?
We were old enemies.
That's a great question.
It happened many
Uh,
years ago.
book?
It's recent enough that your mice would know that you
Yeah,
came
yeah.
across a book. The defenders that you were traveling with pointed you towards Tormund.
Yes.
And I
We
gave
found one of
that book, or no, Sorrel gave that book to him. I think I was
It
the one
was
who
like
had it
a-
at some point.
Yeah, we found a book that had his tower on the front.
Yeah.
So sought him out, handed it over, and entered into business, I suppose.
And like you're sharing this with.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sure he was mightily pleased to come across one of his books. Those were lost long ago.
Glad we
Fascinating.
could help.
He must have made much progress since I've been gone. Pity.
Wouldn't say.
How long
know
have
where
you
he
been
started
gone?
from.
A matter of weeks. Truthfully, I'm based out of Emmental Manor. I don't often go to Tormund's Tower, but I have a working relationship with him.
Interesting.
Tormund's Tower, or not Emmental Manor does tell us that she's not from so far back that it was a farm.
Yeah,
How
seems like she's
long
from our
has it
time.
been a manor, as opposed to, let's say, throwing random words out there, a farm?
Farm. Oh, you must have come across the mousy fellow in the branch.
A wonderful
He was
chap.
raving about a farm, going back to the farm. Yes. Yes, Emmental Manor has been a manor. Well, it's a bit of a linguistic, historical question when the nomenclature changed, but I would say a matter of centuries, not more than a couple. It's still in the common parlance. You would recognize the language if you heard it. Pardon. But as far as why we changed referring it, well, I believe once the humans left, it was no longer a farm, you see, and so we switched to calling it a manor, more stately. The Emmentals prefer their stately names.
Makes sense.
But I believe that would have been a matter of centuries ago.
This
We were actually.
this surprises Butter a little bit. Centuries.
Yes, centuries.
And how much is a century?
100.
100 what? Days? No.
Yes, indeed.
Butter zones out for a minute as he's trying to even comprehend such an amount of time.
Indeed, I had very much the same reaction as you. It's a curious thing we've stumbled across.
Seems like there's a lot of curiosities going around the world these days. You say you're from the manor. Do you know anything about why it might be closed?
Oh, yes, you haven't been.
Well, we were going when we were told that the Duke had closed the gates, but nobody would tell us why.
I had guessed that you weren't from these parts, from the accent, but well, the manor has been closed for a long time now. You see, the Duke of Emmental is under the disposition that the safety of Emmental Manor comes first and foremost, and in such trying times, well, you've heard of the twin tyrants and these roving bands of rats that they've got all across the countryside. The Duke is under the impression that protecting Emmental Manor comes first and foremost, regardless of the expense. I apologize. It's hard to put into words the politics of this situation. However, closing the Emmental Manor, preventing any suspicious outsiders from entering, that's the Duke of Emmental's goal. It's been that way for months now.
Well, I didn't vote for him.
And she like kind of looks at you and is vote.
I've heard humans say similar things. I figured that was what I was supposed to say in this moment.
Yes. In what context would they use the word vote?
I'm from the sewers. There's very little I get context for, and most of it I don't want to know.
Well, I'm afraid I've made much ado about nothing. We are here on a mission, and I think the longer we take to sort out what's going on here, the worse off it'll be.
Anything we can do to assist?
Well, have you encountered the door yet?
The door?
Yes, above the gate that you came through, there's a door.
We haven't. We came directly out looking for you, honestly.
I see. Well, if you had encountered that door, the door would ask you a simple question. What am I?
Is it a door?
I tried that. It didn't work.
Damn it.
You only get one guess.
Maybe it's a
I
question.
sure hope not.
Maybe the question is the one asking the question, and the answer is a question.
Clever. I hadn't thought of that. We could try that. However, you will note that we did just come from the middle of this grove, and in the middle of this grove there's a stone tablet. And the tablet reads, I can run but not walk. And it is my impression that this is related to the door somehow. Feel free to correct me at any time.
Oh, well, that seems like a right nasty puzzle.
Is that it?
We did
I
see what
can
looked
run
like
but not
another.
walk.
What looked like another carved tablet up on the rock with that fairy there.
Oh, did you? With the fairy, you say?
Looked like it. It was an odd one. Very, I suppose, welcoming. Tried to offer us a meal, although something told me not to accept.
Did they ask, have you eaten yet?
Yeah, the fairy and a couple of the mice as well, actually.
We've gotten the same response from every mouse we've spoken to, yes.
Well, have you?
Recently, yeah. We've got plenty of supplies if you need some.
Oh, we got some.
I assume supplies that you brought through yourselves.
Yes. The frogs do most of the carrying. I'm not built for that manual labor.
Honestly, neither am I. I can feel it these days.
Ask the frogs. She like points over the shoulder where the frogs are kind of like inspecting the mushrooms, not really listening to the conversation. I can ask the frogs if they would carry it for you for some time.
Ah. That's good for me to keep in the habit. I'm not going to have the frogs all the time. But I appreciate the offer.
When we walked up, and she was talking with the frogs, were the frogs speaking, like, did they have the understand each other spell, or does she speak frog?
She would have been speaking. Let's see. You wouldn't have been able to hear her.
You said that we heard her say, like, oh no.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Yeah. You're right.
while we were approaching.
Yeah. Yes, and she was having a normal conversation with the frogs, but you were not able to understand the frog portion of it. So yes, I think it's fair to say that she's got the understood spell running. You would be familiar with how it works since you spoke with Paul.
Makes sense.
Have you had a chance to look at the tablet under the ferry by the rocks over there?
No, this is the first place we came.
It might be smart to look at that tablet, though I don't feel particularly safe about walking up to that ferry again.
Well, just curious that she didn't attack you on sight. Perhaps
More
she's
concerned
not
with-
dangerous.
Those don't necessarily have to go together. Honestly, she seemed more concerned with playing her harp. Creepy that.
Yes, I heard that too.
Wonder if there's a way that, I don't know, maybe a few of us could lure her away and the rest, one of us could get up and take a peek at that stone.
Does anyone happen to have a spyglass?
We were not able to lay eyes on her. We came directly here from the tree. I'm not sure that she knows we exist. If the lot of you were to distract her, perhaps we could sneak up the other side.
It's not a bad
Well,
idea.
if she doesn't care about our existence, I don't know why we're beating around the bush. We could simply go up and read the stone.
But maybe that's when she gets you.
Well, I mean, we could try, and if that riles her up, that's as good a distraction as any. And maybe you could sneak up the other side, get a peek at it.
That seems good enough for me. And Major's going to walk out of the grove.
Butter follows, clutching both the spear and making sure that the fireball spell is in reach.
I don't think Major introduced himself to Tilly.
Nope.
So she knows, which is, I think, is fun. She knows Sorrel and Butter and that weird dude with a feather.
Who hasn't
Just went to
said
the
almost
front
anything to her.
I think she keeps casting glances in your direction, but it's clear you don't want to talk, and she's like, okay, whatever.
Who's the eccentric Who's the eccentric one over there? Oh, I'm just the help.
I've been tasked with carrying this big feather so I don't run away.
The follower description is feather carrier.
No, feather bearer.
Feather bearer, yeah. Yeah, I think you guys are able to kind of if this is the plan you're going to go with, make your way back towards the rock. The music, it stopped. Come back, music.
Music by humans?
Music by humans, actually fairies. And you get closer, come around the edge and see the fairy again. She's playing the music still, not a care in the world, humming softly along with her harp.
Butter tries to scope out the plaque from a distance.
Are you trying to be sneaky
Less sneaky and more clearly keeping my distance.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hide. I'm just can I see it from back here?
Keeping a distance. You can see the same plaque. You can see the fairy kind of lying on a kind of shelf of stone right in front of it. And she's looking up. She's kind of oblivious to your presence.
But I can't read it.
Major's just gonna walk up.
Okay. Yeah, Major, you kind of pick your way up. And I think if you're not trying to be stealthy about it, question mark.
Nope.
I think at the sound of your footfalls and maybe scrape a little bit on the rock as you're climbing your way up, she kind of does the same looking at you upside down, and then she giggles and she's like, "Oh, you came back."
Major's just gonna pretend like she's not there and continue up to the stone tablet.
That's funny. I can tell you're not bewitched. You walk up to the tablet and you're able to read it.
I read the tablet.
So the tablet says, "I can roar but not speak." And
That
she's
is not what I expected.
In the first one, I can
Walk. I can run but not walk.
run.
I was expecting I have a bed but I don't sleep.
Yeah.
This is exactly in the direction that I was expecting.
She kind of laughs and is like, "Oh, are you figuring out the riddle?"
It's a very aggressive lion. I've got it.
Major is now going to walk away.
Okay. Hey, I've got a deal for you though.
I'll eat when I'm hungry. And he's gonna keep walking.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's it. She kind of like giggles to herself and then sort of stands up and plays her harp a few more times as Major's walking away.
Oh, to be as unbothered as a fairy.
Where's Major?
I don't know. I'll eat when I'm hungry sounds somewhat bothered.
All right.
Well done, lad.
Major's gonna walk back up to the group. People make these things so much more complicated than they need to be.
Major would never overcomplicate anything.
As Major, you're walking away, you see Tilly kind of like poke her head up and then like sneak up very stealthily behind the fairy and start writing down what's on the tablet and then sneakily get back down.
But yeah, some distraction we caused. We just read the tablet.
All right. The tablet said, "I have no mouth, but I must scream." Or something along that line.
Butter stops in his tracks and goes, "I've heard that somewhere before." It was in the sewers.
Or no. Maybe it was roar. Something about roaring.
I have no mouth, but I must roar.
I roar, but I don't something.
I think you see like peeking around the rock on like the cliff side of the rock. Tilly's like waving at you stealthily.
Major's just gonna walk through the clearing straight towards her.
She'll like, I mean, she's pretty sharp. She'll like see you completely unafraid walking towards her, look up, look at you, and be like roll her eyes and then step out.
One out of this.
The fairy wasn't hostile after all, I take it.
Not in the least bit.
Curious.
Something about roaring.
That's so
If I saw
odd.
correctly.
Well,
Major, do we have to go back so you can actually read it this time?
that's so bizarre. I would think that she would want to bewitch you again. But
Again.
well,
She did
if
try
we
to
got
make
what
a
we came
deal.
here for. A deal. That's always dangerous.
Yes, which is why I walked away. Unless I didn't, and I'm lying to you.
Major, we saw you.
Well, if we've got what
Unless
we came
you are
here for,
lying to me.
I take it you got what's on the tablet. I can roar but not speak.
Of course.
Oh, that's what it said.
I can run but not walk, and roar but not speak.
I mean,
Usually
isn't it
these-
obvious? It's a nose. It roars when you snore, and it runs when you're sick. Does neither speak nor have a mouth. It's quite simple if you ask me.
Would there happen to be a third plaque somewhere?
These sorts of riddles do usually come in threes. Shall we check the last landmark?
Go
Tilly
back
will
to
say
the
after
dock.
you.
Back to the docks.
I think the frogs kind of jump in the water and start floating down the stream.
Yeah, Butter walks up to the edge of the water and just like walks/falls in.
Very graceful.
It feels just as delightful as before, but you don't get the benefits of kind of regaining.
We can't just
HP.
get in, get out, get in.
Once per day. You float downstream and back to the docks. You do see, now that you're like looking for it at the end of the dock, there is what looks like a small sign.
Butter walks up to it and reads it. Does Butter know how to read?
I think so.
You deciphered the Truman Show, presumably. So
Yeah, but I watched the Truman Show somehow.
It's not in mouse language. You must speak a little bit of whom. Maybe you're like just guessing based on context clues what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what all the like vehicles are. Those seem weird, but he does. Eventually, everyone seems to know him.
There's water at the end. That part's familiar.
Yeah. He has no idea why he's so scared of the water.
Butter, I think you're gonna read this. There's like a little stone plaque in the middle of this sign, and it says, "I can fall but not get up."
So it's an old person.
An old, coked up bear. I've got it. It's cocaine bear, but old.
I think
Well,
Butter would have figured it out by now. Those three things sound familiar to him. I wonder if it's some kind of water. The question being whether it must be a specific kind of water, like, I don't know, for just naming one at random, a sewer, or maybe a babbling brook, river. I'm sure there are more.
I would imagine that last one is the key, right? Water that falls.
And what would that be?
I believe the common parlance is waterfall, but I
Ah.
could be wrong.
Yes.
I was-
Yes, that sounds familiar.
Good. I'm glad we got that peer reviewed. Well, Tilly, do you mind leading us back to that door? We can give this a shot.
I think Tilly was like waiting for you at the top of the pier, and as you get back, she asks what you learned, and I think if you tell her, she'll be like, "Oh yes, that tracks." A waterfall, is it?
That's my thinking.
Yes, the very same. All right. Well then, after you.
Meanwhile, I was hoping we were supposed to say ajar as Butter walks back towards the place.
No, that's a different riddle.
There are too many of them.
I don't think these other mice get it though. They wouldn't know what a jar was.
As they're walking, Butter is trying to explain it to them. Do you get it? It's a jar. It's not a door anymore. It's a jar. Like, he doesn't fully understand what it means either. He's just heard it before.
I think this conversation goes for like the entire trip back up to the tree. And you're finally able to pick your way up. And I think Tilly was like bemused at first and then got a little bit bored and went up ahead. And you like climb up to see her like standing and climbing the stairs up to the upper portions of this interior of the tree.
So the thing is that jars have lids, and when they have lids, it usually means something is inside of them. So if the door is ajar, and if you're able to walk through it, that means that it must not have a lid, making it a jar, as opposed to jam or jelly or some other substance that you would put in
Jars
such
do
a jar.
have lids.
Not always.
If it doesn't have a lid, then it's not a jar.
But things go inside.
Yes, but we haven't gone inside yet.
But we would if it was a jar, as opposed to just a door that we can't walk through.
Right. What would you be if you were in a jar?
I think at this point you've made it to the top of the tree and you're like having this intense conversation, and then you hear from behind you, "Jar is not correct."
No, a jar. Nobody's listening to me.
A jar is not correct.
Is it a question?
You turn around and you see the voice is coming from a mouth inside of this hatch above you, right? Like there's like a hatch underneath the ceiling, and there's a mouth that is like it's made of wood, but it's talking. What was the last thing you said? Sorry.
I asked if it's a question.
A question is not correct.
Damn it.
Damn it is not correct.
I mean, clearly you're made of wood. And I know just from that you're lighter than a duck. So I'm going to say that you're a witch.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Is not correct.
After all of these rejections, I think Butter finally realizes that they've made it and goes, "Oh, Water?
Water is not correct.
What was that thing you said,
No,
Sorrel? That
But
when
we
water
talked,
falls.
we talked about it. It's a nose.
Nose is not correct.
Sorrel, you said it's something about waterfalls. What is that called?
Too many incorrect
Waterfall
attempts.
is
Try
correct.
again.
And then it swings open.
Was there like a big arrow pointing to the gigantic waterfall this whole time?
I think like you kind of look and like what you thought was wood grain is actually just a giant arrow pointing at the waterfall. Yeah, it opens up and you kind of climb up. I think this slight delay was enough that I think you've lost track of Tilly and the frogs.
Oh.
Oh, did they walk through the door
as soon as it
before us?
opens, I spin around and I'm like, impressed yet? And she's not there. Damn it.
Wait, she didn't go through the door, did she?
She was up ahead of you, and she presumably went through the door as she like went up the spiral staircase. You lost sight of her.
And then the door closed by the time that we got there. What if we had gotten actually stuck and we were just also incompetent?
You just forgot the answer to the riddle and couldn't get
Well, we forgot that it was a riddle.
We just thought it was 20 questions.
Open sesame, open sesame.
Melon.
So you guys kind of like pop up open, and there's this like ring-shaped room that you're in. And within the room, hanging on delicate golden chains, is a large basin kind of up above your head. And like you saw from below, it's all stained glass on every side. The spiral staircase continues up around this room. Give me one moment. Gotta find...
As they walk through,
Yeah. The spiral staircase continues up. You go up a little bit further, and as you get to the sort of top, you're going to see the upper side of this basin, from which is flowing all the water. Inside of the basin, there's just this roiling bottom of a large waterfall. So the basin kind of finishes like this, right? It's like this. And then from up above, there's one large waterfall. And within the basin is that same, like, pure as crystal water, but it's turbulent, it's flowing rapidly, and it's splashing up over all sides of the basin. Yeah. The room continues up one more level, so there's a spiral staircase to get up to where you are, and then a spiral staircase again to get up one more level. In the center of which there's another oculus sort of thing.
Anyone else starting to wonder where all this water's coming from? Not used to them coming down from the trees unless it's, raining.
we already know that the tree will fall eventually, and I feel like either through erosion or rot that will likely happen sooner rather than later. We should probably put a stop to this.
It does occur to me that we're looking theoretically for a relic called the Babbling Grail. Could be related.
I don't follow.
Neither do I. It's just a guess.
The water below you goes babble, 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 babble.
Onwards and upwards. No reason to stop now.
My feet hurt.
No good reason to stop now.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah. Next spiral staircase. Keep moving up.
Okay. You climb your way up, and this time there's another hatch above you, but this time it's not locked. You're able to kind of push it open. You come up, and for the first time since entering the tree, you see activity around you. Dozens of fairy are flying around this large space.
Butter closes the hatch.
Yeah, you get just a glimpse of dozens of fairy flying in this large kind of empty double, triple height space.
Any one of
The
these
hatch
could
is now
be.
closed.
Any one of those fairies could be the one that we pushed in here.
Best to keep your spirit at the ready, then.
Oh, it is, and it's trembling. He opens the hatch a little bit more.
Yeah, so you like open the hatch just a little bit and you look around this room. The first thing you're going to see is that there are tables laid around this like ring-shaped room with a hole in the middle. There's tables laid around, just piled high with food. The most delectable vegan meal you've ever seen in your life. Berries and nuts and seeds and quinoa and whatever this white stuff that looks like cheese but doesn't smell like is. And it like
Nutritional
even with
yeast.
even with the hatch open just a crack, you're able to kind of like with the downward force of the air from the waterfall next to you, it pushes the smell of this food into your nose and it like involuntarily twitches a few times. It smells so good. Um, Looking around the tables, the first thing you're going to see is Tilly hiding underneath the. Since you're like low to the ground, you can see Tilly hiding underneath one of the tables with a look of utter shock on her face. Looking up, you're able to see the fairy flying around completely normally. They seem to be picking food up and laughing amongst themselves, and they're telling a joke about something that happened earlier this week in their fairy language, and they're all laughing. You see mousy servants kind of walking around this sort of feast hall space, delivering food, carrying empty trays back to this room around the perimeter.
Does Butter need to roll a will save to not go immediately eat some of that food?
You can if you want.
Is that a d20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll under your will.
I did not. I rolled a
Meet or
12.
roll under.
I think right as
Butter.
the door is opening, Sorrel is going to be like, all right, I know that looks good, but with how much that the fairies have asked us if we've eaten, I think we don't want to eat, right? And I'm going to look over at Butter.
And I'm
where he was a
floating
moment ago.
on the smell.
Butter, you're floating on the smell. You get up next to this like delectable. This time it is actually cheese. It's the smelliest cheese you've ever seen, and without even being able to have a thought cross your mind, you take a bite.
I want to.
I was hoping one of them would
got
stop
away.
me before I got there.
Yeah. I
You
thought I was gonna have a chance to.
You can see him doing this. Well, we'll give you a chance.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Okay, Major, you like pop up, run over, and make an unarmed attack against. So I guess D4, an impaired attack. I don't know. We'll say it's your. You're not like. Are you trying to
D4,
hurt
I
him?
have 5 health.
Are you trying to? You're just. Are you like slapping him? Or are you like decking him?
Oh, I'm decking him.
Decking
He
him.
needs
Okay.
to. He needs to know.
D4 damage.
2.
Ow.
You crash into Butter, and the both of you go rolling around. The first thing, Sorrel, you watching this, the fairy don't pay any attention to everything that's just happening up there. They're just like laughing and chatting as if nothing's going on. The second thing you notice is that Tilly is underneath the table right next to them going, stop, 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 stop.
It's just instant chaos. Butter shrieks. Like, completely was so excited, and then gets hit in the head, goes, ow!
Major's gonna just try to hold his mouth closed.
Mm.
All right.
I think the shriek does get some attention before you're able to like muffle it, and I think like it cuts through the high pitched voice cuts through the soft gentle sound that has been permeating the inside of the reed organ, has been permeating the inside. The high pitchedness is able to get the attention of the fairy, and they look around, see a couple of mice, and then go back to their business. They do directly look at you before looking away.
Major, that really hurt.
And I'd expect you to do the same for me. Luckily,
He immediately swings.
Make an attack.
2.
I feel like you guys are gonna end up killing each other.
We
Done
have
a lot of PvP damage this quest.
Oh man, yeah, 2 damage. It draws a little
You
bit of
call
blood.
that a punch?
Suppose I shouldn't have expected any better. But does it feel better?
I was just doing what you said. You said I would expect you to do that to me, so I hit you.
All right, Butter. We're going to keep in mind that we do not have the strongest wills of most creatures, and we will not always be able to resist this food. And Major's going to reach into his bag and pull out the last of his rations.
Major,
Now we are going to chew, but we are not going to swallow. Understood?
Major, as you're like holding up this bundle of rations, one of the mouse servants walks over, picks it up, and puts it on his tray and starts walking away.
Oh no! I'm grabbing this guy. I'm throwing him to the ground. He's not taking my rations.
So I think like this happened behind you, and so like he grabs it, he puts it on his tray and starts walking away, and you're able to like catch up to him and grab him.
I am not finished with that.
Well, have you eaten yet?
I was attempting to when you took my food.
Oh, here. He like hands you the rations.
I don't want it anymore.
You must eat. You're acting in a way unbecoming of mice.
Can I, since I have not been engaged in this, are there like serving platters that I could grab off of one of the tables?
I'll say yes. You're able to find like a fine golden platter.
I would like to grab one, array my rations on it, and walk over to the two of them, ask them if they've eaten yet. And like,
I think like the mouse that was stealing Major's rations looks up at you, and then like as you ask, "Have you eaten?" he like nods eagerly, like, "Yes, eat."
I will proffer my. I have 3 rations, which I have arrayed on the board.
I'll take his. They look better. Those ones were moldy anyway.
I don't think Butter would be dumb enough to immediately hit Sorrel, thinking that he's also become one of those. But that is a thought that I had immediately.
And I will say the food smells just as good as it did before Major tackled you. So I do with that information what you will. I'm not going to make you roll anything. But
Well, he just got hit for thinking it smelled good, so I don't think he wants to do it again. If you
I think
taste a
your nose
child after they had ice cream, they would stop wanting ice cream. I don't know that from experience, but I can figure that's probably the
Please
case.
never have children, but also no. I think your nose is going to involuntarily twitch every time you walk past a table until you leave this room, because it's just the best smelling food you've ever smelled in your life.
Excuse me.
I think he puts the mask on. Noticing that he'd like...
That stopped the smell? Yeah. I would say that stops the smell for you. Major, you eat the rations. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not eating them. I'm just gonna
You
chew
take the
them the
rations.
entire time I'm in here. It's
Have you Have you ever like tried chewing on like trail mix so long that it becomes like disgusting mush in your mouth? Like it's kind of like
that's the
that.
point.
Like it's very unpleasant, but seeing you put the food in your mouth and start chewing is enough for the mouse to apparently get what he wants, and just he promptly turns and walks away back into the sort of back room.
And no matter how gross this gets, I'm just going to be chewing on it the entire time I'm in this room. I'm not going to swallow this.
Okay. I think one more thing you guys are going to kind of notice as you're now in the room is, first of all, Tilly has been quietly motioning for you to get down for a while, and then seeing that you haven't been nothing
Riddled with
bad has
arrows?
happened to you, she's gonna like get up out from under the table very cautiously and look around, and then she'll stand up straight and kind of shrug to herself and be like, "What the fuck?"
Language.
And she'll like come over to you and whisper and say, "Within a moment of us walking in here, they murdered the two frogs, and I thought they were coming for me next." And sure enough, looking over, you see two freshly murdered frog corpses.
Lord. I mean,
Well, they're that to the other frogs.
there's a
I
lot of
thought.
mice around here. Imagine, they don't really keep track of who, so they just probably assume that we're other servants. Hence the, disguise, such as it is.
Oh,
Sorry
yes.
about your friends, though.
They
They
were.
say they just don't like frogs.
She like cocks her eyebrow and she's like, maybe they will eat frogs. I don't know. No, they weren't my friends. Acquaintances, perhaps.
Still.
Who was the third frog?
I came
Who
here
were the
with
first two frogs? I don't know any of these frogs.
Oh my. Later. I'll explain later. This place.
One of them was named
We need to
later.
get out of here.
I agree. Although, I got to admit, I'm pretty curious about what's at the top here. Source of this water and who knows what else.
So I think you look up and you see the tree, like in the past, has like a second smaller sprout out from it. It has a platform. It sort of arches back this way. There's a platform that cantilevered off the wall here. That's kind of blocking your view. But you see that the source of water is coming from up and to the left. Like so. It's sort of cascading off of something. There is no staircase on this level of the whatchamacallit, level of the tree. It seems you've reached the top of what they've built for mice.
Got it, guys. We gotta go find the Zora flippers, and then we can go directly up the waterfall.
Hang on, I'll put on Zelda music.
Zelda music is more likely to be flagged by YouTube.
Yeah, there's two platforms. They're both sort of hanging off, and they're carved directly from the inside of this tree. You can make out the little bit of like an ornate dome at the top here. But if you want to go up farther, you're gonna have to find a way other than stairs.
Majoram is gonna look up at the ceiling and seeing it split in two directions, and look at the two dead bodies of the frogs on the floor and sort of think to himself for a moment, and then think back to not yesterday, but like last session, when he spent some time looking for that firewood in like the main room, and see if he can remember seeing any frog skeletons while he was just like searching through the stuff in there.
No, you don't remember any frog skeletons. One thing you will, after you like kind of orient yourself, get an idea of where, kind of cross-reference, you'll remember that this room was mostly underwater.
Okay.
But there was a glowing thing.
Are we?
There was a glowing thing, and remembering that, the light coming from above you, some of it's sunlight, but there's also a blue glow coming from this direction. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Very similar to what you saw under the water. Another thing you'll remember is that a pale, ghostly frog arm came and grabbed the wood that you threw into the water.
I don't remember that. Butter says, "Nice.
Way better than mine.
That light up there. It looks familiar. I think it was in the water where I got my spear. I didn't dare touch it at the time."
Oh, it would make sense. There's a whole lake there. Water had to be coming from somewhere.
We definitely want to get up there. Well, I don't see an obvious avenue. Suppose we could try and get to that right-hand outcropping first. Might be a little bit more accessible. How high is the climb there? Like to the-
It's not that crazy. We'll say like maybe 6 inches, 8 inches. It would be like climbing a single-story building.
I mean, there's 4 mice. Could always just do a, little boost up, and then pull the rest of you up.
Sounds good to Butter. Butter uses his hook arm to like reach up and pull himself up, and then like holds it down so that you could step on the curved part, and then he'll like pull people up.
Okay. Yeah, I think that just happens. I don't think I'm going to ask for any rolls. I think you're able to kind of like get good leverage, pull yourself up to like this lower platform, pull everyone up, including Tilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you are now in a room, kind of covered in flowing orange sap. Above you, up this sort of branch of the tree, you see what looks like an exposed vein of like as if you had tapped a tree. There's sap flowing down. And within sort of like the flowing sap, you get this like impression of a face of a fairy. Not a real fairy, but a face that is crying. Sort of like as if it's like unbearably sad, but not like in pain, just like despair sort of
Sorrow.
face, sorrow. And with every tear that falls from its face within the sort of rippling of this sap, you see another drip of sap comes out of this exposed vein. The room continues up, and there's a sort of opening in the tree here. It seems to go out into the canopy.
I think Butter walks
Like,
up past the crying person and outside.
Okay. Okay.
I have no
Butter, you make
questions
your way
about that.
don't like that. Moving on.
Butter, you work your way up and out, and you're on the sort of crafted porch. It looks like kind of like how people can direct things to grow in certain shapes. Like the fairy must have directed the tree to grow into this sort of fabricated porch. And the porch has a small basin in it into which more of the sap is flowing. And you see buzzing around above it. I rolled badly. Wow, 10 bumblebees. They're
That's
That's
buzzing.
a lot of bees.
They're sort of like picking at the sap, and then they'll fly away and then come back. Kind of in the distant boughs near the fog, you can see hanging from one of the limbs, a hive.
Yep, that's where they're coming from.
You're going to see one more thing. Leaning against kind of the railing in this porch, next to the basin, there is a kind of looks like there's this brass tube, and there's a smaller brass tube and a smaller brass tube, and it kind of like makes it's all kind of collapsed into itself so that it makes this sort of cone shape. And then at the end of it is a small sort of crystal housing, something that's empty, but it's got sort of claws around it. Curious sort of artifact.
Is it small enough for one of us to pick up?
Yeah, it's mouse sized.
Butter walks up to it and like taps it with the spear, and then gingerly touches it with his finger, and then picks it up and goes, "Look what I found."
Butter, you can add a telescoping object that takes up 1 inventory spot to your inventory.
Good, I only have 1 inventory spot left.
Butter like holds this up for the rest of you to see.
Great job. No idea what that is, but it looks valuable.
It do.
A bee kind of like gets up from the sap and then bumps into the side of Butter's head and then flies away.
Oh,
Butter doesn't react.
they're kind of cute, actually.
I think Tilly will see this and say, "That's so curious."
I agree. Any idea what it is?
It's not human design.
Be surprised it's so small. Well, at least to them.
Very perhaps. Tell me, Butter, does it extend?
Butter looks at it and shakes a little bit. And it's like looking for a button.
I think as it shakes, it kind of like loosens a little bit, and like one good flick of it will like boom.
You open up a toy lightsaber with it, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sting!
Yeah, and so the end of it that has this like sort of claw-shaped gem thing flies away from you, and it's like 8 inches long. It's longer than it feels like it should be.
That would look like yes. As he's like hurriedly trying to put it away.
It takes some doing, and it's much harder to get back in than it is to get out.
Do we need this open, or should I put it away because it's much more unwieldy?
Might as well tuck it away now. Seems like it's pretty dang easy to get it open. I wonder what that's for.
I have no idea.
Whatever it is, it seems well used. Not like it was.
You've
in
never
some
been
dusty
part of
cabinet.
Limbo on the Go, I suppose.
What is this limbo?
Yeah. The bees are buzzing around. You have this strange artifact in your hand. Tilly's like inspecting it, but she doesn't seem to have any more insight than you do about it.
Maybe it will become apparent as it
gets
continue on,
like
who knows?
halfway out, so it's like 4 inches or something, he like taps it to a couple things to see if anything happens.
It's kind of bendy. It feels kind of fragile in your hands. Certainly not a weapon. Nothing really happens. What are you tapping?
I think he's like pressing it lightly. If it feels fragile, he's pressing it lightly to like the tree, to major.
I think so. Like, if you're like prodding with it, one thing you'll notice is that when you prod, if you put pressure on it like directly down the haft of it, the end of it kind of snaps shut, and then like holds whatever air. until you stop putting pressure, and then it releases again.
Can you describe the top of it again? You said it.
It's like there's like a sort of crystal-ish dome, and then sort of a grabbing claw-shaped thing around it.
So it's like a bowl that has claws that will
Yeah.
clasp around that bowl.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But only when it's being pressed on something?
Yeah.
It's a very strange tool.
Yeah. Well, it
This
it
is
doesn't seem to be for
a willow
picking
tree,
stuff
too.
up.
Right?
Yes, it's a willow tree.
Willow trees don't have fruit, right? It reminds me of like a tree harvester or like an apple harvester, which I think is a thing.
Willows do have seeds. They're just not like. I'm googling them because I can't really picture them. I think willow trees
they
have
though?
a like
No.
fluffy seed that they use wind to disperse stuff.
I will tell you as meta knowledge that Brandon does not know whether
Okay.
willow trees have fruit or seeds.
Well, where are the bees getting their honey from then? Or their nectar? Or their pollen?
I mean, I'm sure they reproduce somehow.
But right now they're collecting the sap,
Yeah.
which is a weird thing for bees to do, right?
Are they honeybees or are they bumblebees?
You would know
Would-
the difference better than me.
I don't think bumblebees hive. These would
Yeah.
probably be honeybees.
Bumblebees are.
Bumblebees are burrow and they work alone.
I work
I didn't know that. What's the
Most
like
native-
stereotypical fuzzy bee?
Bumblebees.
That's a bumblebee.
They're just
Don't do
The like fat
solitary.
ones, right?
Yeah. What do they do?
Honeybees are very
It's
like orange. They don't have like the generic. Well, they're not as stripy as like a wasp per se. They're very like orange and brown striped.
Yeah, they're
I
thinner.
don't know shit about
Honeybees are-
bees.
Honeybees are. I don't know if they're technically invasive in the U.S., but they're from Europe. So when people say
If
save
they're
the
invasive
bees,
in the U.S., they're very bad at it.
yeah. When people say save the bees, they're typically talking about. I mean, some people say save the bees thinking of honeybees, but the ones that we need to save are the native honey or bumblebees and things. I could talk about this for a while. We are back in our mouse bodies.
Yeah. Butter just had like a fucking seizure and started spouting eldritch knowledge about bees.
I watched a
It's probably from
nature
a-
documentary once. And there was a lot of
One
weird
of my
stuff in
best friends was a bee.
it. He liked to go it alone. I haven't heard from him in a while.
His name is Barry.
Apart from like
Barry the
Jumping.
bee.
jumping off the porch, this is
Yeah.
terrain-wise kind of a dead end.
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
Okay.
The issue is I just realized something not until just now I learned that this is a willow tree. There is a person, I guess, stuck in sap crying sap.
It's not like there was a real face in the.
Yeah.
It's like the impression of a face in the ripples of the sap.
Yeah. Would is there any chance that I mean he grew up in the sewer, so probably not. He wouldn't know what a weeping willow is. I do.
Could have heard of it. We're adventurous mouses.
I mean it had to have been mentioned in some movie he may have seen at some point. So
Pocahontas?
he may also know about whomping willows, which are different.
I think it's fair to say that you have heard the term weeping willow before. I think that's maybe like a mouse term as well.
Okay.
I think also you had mentioned that it is definitely strange that bees are collecting sap and not pollen.
Yeah.
Like that is something that would strike the mice as strange.
Yeah.
And
They're just
also
bringing
that
it
it's
back
like
to their
in
nest.
a collector. Like it's very intentional. Yeah.
Oh, like
Uh,
they have like a basket that they're doing this with?
There's a like a basin.
The sap is
that has
in
been
a bowl.
sculpted, and the sap is dripping into the basin. Yeah.
Oh, but then they're just carrying it with like
Then they
whatever
get to the
bees do.
basin. They're kind of swarming around the basin. There's a bunch of them.
They stick it in
Picking
their
up the
little
sap.
leg pockets.
Yeah. It
Uh,
like
That's the honey.
sticks to their whatever. It's not fur, but they're little bristles,
So thanks.
as pollen would, and they go back to the.
Here's just a nature question: is amber literally just dried sap?
Yeah.
Is there anything more special about it?
Nope.
Okay.
Very quickly, the reason we have like mosquitoes stuck in sap or in amber is because like trees emit sap as a defense to catch whatever is burrowing inside them, because that's not good for the tree. And when they get caught in this really sticky substance, over millions of
die.
years, it has a chance to become amber, and that's why we have stuff stuck in amber, because it got stuck in there and then fossilized.
Cool.
That's how we brought back the dinosaurs, baby.
Yeah. Which season of Mausritter do we fight a Velociraptor?
3.
This one,
Do
if
we
we
do the
go
cat?
through the portal again.
It's on the Chris Pratt roll.
Jurassic World.
No,
That's so
Crisp
weird.
Rat gets to play the Chris Pratt role.
That is 100% a real canon character in this world. Crispy Rat.
I think Butter walks up to the sap and like touches it with a finger.
Butter, you touch the sap. and
Immediately
you
burst
hear-
into flames.
You immediately burst into flames. So while you're burning, you hear a voice. Like it's not like a voice, but it's like kind of like it's as if like the shifting of willow boughs in the sunlight had a sound. It's that, but it forms into words in your head, and it says, "Please, I can give a wish in exchange for a share of your vitality."
He pulls his finger out and doesn't. The others haven't heard this yet, but he goes, I only have 3 health now. Does he hear anything now that his finger's not touching it?
No.
He, like, nods as if he's on mute in a Zoom call and then touches his finger to the thing again and says, I only have, 3 health right now.
Please, a share of your vitality only.
What kind of vitality are we talking?
Butter, who are you talking to?
No,
He
I think
lifts
Sorrel
his...
and Major are just standing there, arms crossed each other, like.
Oh, here he goes again, talking
You
to
all right?
himself.
I think
When do we step in?
Well, he's lost it
actually kind of
again.
at that, I think you'll notice that Tilly is watching with very intense curiosity.
He finally realizes and he goes, oh, sorry. I touched the sap, and the sap asked me for some of my vitality.
And did you give it?
You heard me say it. I have 3 health right now.
But what would you get for offering vitality? It's such an odd request. Why would somebody just give that?
Hold on, I'll ask. And he puts his finger in. Now,
Oh,
what
there he
was
goes
the thing you were offering again? This isn't
wish.
a permission. Okay.
Anything
Hold on,
you
what?
wish.
Can I put you on
I
hold?
swear, I'm about to call this a hostile work environment.
If any one of you want to touch the sap, you can be my guest. And he says that they said a wish or something.
Well, it's not like that's vague and unenforceable.
He touches the sap again. Is there any contract that we can sign or anything other than just your word versus my word?
Contract, yes. Blood for sap. Sap for blood.
He pulls his finger out and goes, it got way creepier. If one of y'all want to touch the sap, fine.
Major M's gonna go and just place his full palm on the sap. Who
Okay.
the hell do you think you are, freaking out my friend?
It says exactly verbatim the same thing it said to Butter. Please, I can offer you a wish in exchange for a share of your vitality.
Sounds great.
But what happens to you if I say no?
Nothing. But please,
What's with the hesitation?
I hunger.
You seem uncertain that nothing will happen to you.
I haven't been fed in ages.
Well, one must eat, right?
What is it you wish?
Major's gonna pull his hand out at this point. Oh, that's enough of that for the moment. It's just a hungry tree. I mean,
Butter's going to
where
take.
we all end up eventually, I suppose.
I think
We all just become trees.
you'll see Tilly at this point reach out,
Oh, no, best if you. Too late.
and she touches the sap. Has a wordless conversation with the entity. Shivers a little bit, and then acts as if nothing happened. She just kind of like raises her eyebrows at you and is like, "I had to know."
What did you learn?
Respectfully, that's my business.
All of us are suddenly in very dapper clothing. We're like, wait.
Major M in his head is debating the worthwhileness of using his wish to ask the tree what Tilly wished for.
I love playing 3 utter morons.
Hey.
Okay, 2 utter morons and their babysitter.
I mean, I'm also a moron sometimes. We have one brain cell that sometimes one of us has custody of.
Major M's gonna put his palm back down. Well, was that
Please.
enough?
I'm still hungry.
He takes his hand back off. I mean, there's more wishes to go around. Tilly seemed fine with it.
Butter takes the telescoping object and touches the front of that to the sap.
Nothing. It gets sticky. Oh, actually, you're trying to grab it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pushing, trying to grab it. You get a little clump of sap off of it, and it's like a little ball. And then this sort of mechanism, it drops out of the mechanism, as if like another orb had spawned in the mechanism. If that makes sense. Like there's an orb at the end of it, and then an orb falls off of it. Within the orb that fell off of it it's folded the brim with sap.
So it dispensed a ball of sap?
Orb. Yeah, it's a little
So the
orb
whole
of sap.
the claw mechanism fell off and a new one popped out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mark 1 usage on the telescoping object, and you can add an orb of sap to your inventory.
My inventory is full.
I've got space. I'll pick it up.
Okay. It's worth 500 pips.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
It's just one.
Money over there.
Magical sap. 1 vial of magical sap.
I want to level up and get more health.
Come back here, spend it all on wishes.
There's a place to add descriptions, isn't there?
There's what?
There's a place to add descriptions.
Yeah, underneath the drop.
You just type it into the box.
Yeah.
Butter. I don't know. I genuinely don't have enough health to just be giving it away.
Ben, I meant under it on the right.
Oh yes. On the yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Butter turns at the others and kind of shrugs and goes, well, we have the way I see it, we have a mission here and we have an eventual goal. We need to get the thing that I assume makes the water, and we need to get back. Y'all want to spend your vitality?
I mean, it kind of sounds like we could just wish for it.
I'm sorely tempted. I'll tell you that.
Major's
I
gonna
mean, I
smack
also-
his hand down on the sap again. Now, when you say wish, are we talking like anything?
Major, before you can even get the sentence out, you hear screaming in pain. Give it back!
Major-
Give it back! Give it back!
Major lifts up his hand again. Okay, maybe the wish is out of the question at this point.
Why? What happened?
Is this
It's
This is
pretty
the s-
bad.
this is the source of where the sap is flowing, and then it goes
Yeah.
into the
It's
the
like
basin.
it's kind of like it's like there's a sort of channel where someone has obviously directed the sap out,
Out of the wall.
and then it kind of overflows a little bit down the side as well, and that's where you get the impression of the face, and that's what you're touching.
Gotcha.
I think it's gonna want the ball back.
But it's so fun.
I mean, wish for anything. 1,500 gold. Or 1,500 pips. I mean, we could wish for 1,501 pips if you want. You would just have to give back the ball, I suppose.
Brilliant.
Wait, it says on my thing that I am level 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
are.
leveled up.
Yeah.
a while ago.
Did I ever roll for more health?
You should have rolled 2d6 total.
It says, I'm sorry, I was reading this earlier. When your mouse earns enough XP to advance, roll for attribute increases. Roll d20 once for each of your mouse's strength, dex, and will. And then figure that out. Roll hit dice for new mice. If the value is higher than your mouse's current HP, replace your HP with the rolled value.
So you started as a sewer guide. You started with 4 HP.
Oh, so I went to 5?
Yeah, I guess you just
Okay.
rolled bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Dang.
2d6 5 is fairly common roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
I
the
mean,
other
Major
one
M's-
having a lot of health. That's weird.
Major M's
Yeah.
was just insane because at level 1 he rolled a 6, and at level 2 he rolled 2 6s.
Yeah.
on the plus side, when you go to level 3, you just roll
You'll
3d6. You're not
Yeah,
held back by having lower
Cool.
health. So
like if I roll under a 12 and you roll over a 12, you'll just suddenly have more health than me.
Okay. Butter's gonna touch the sap again. Be like,
Give it back! Give it back! Give it back! Give it!
now if you
I
want
mean,
to
it's
talk,
pretty bad, right?
it is markedly loud. Yeah, I'm trying to debate how good of an idea this is.
I think hearing all this, I think Sorrel is going to hold the ball of sap in one hand and touch with the other,
The same kind of like, give it back! Give it back! Give it back!
and then just slowly place the sap back down on.
Please.
It's just
I'm so hungry.
A share of your vitality.
do I get anything for bringing back your sap?
Not when you're the one who stole it.
I didn't steal it. That was
You and
him.
Your cohort.
Do I get a usage back of the telescoping object?
I'm gonna say no, because you don't know how to put it back.
Can I keep
Major
the
M's gonna
sap?
put his hands back down on the sap. Are we talking about stealing? Because I really took no part in the stealing. I'm innocent in all this.
I mean, I gave it back. I'm anti-innocent, or more than innocent.
Complicit in it
Anti.
all. Thieves I see in front of me.
Hey, we didn't know what was happening. We're just
The
fumbling our
price
way
has
through
gone
this.
up, but a wish I will still grant.
What is the price now?
More vitality.
How much is more?
More.
You're not a very good saleswoman.
Is it more than I have?
Friends, can I take that sap ball back if this
A
isn't
fair
going
share
anywhere?
Only. A fair share only. I merely hunger. I'm not starved.
Did we see anything vivid, like visually happen to the sap after Tilly engaged?
I'm gonna say no. I think you saw Tilly react visibly. Like a shiver ran down her spine.
Mhm. But she seemed like she's not gaunt and passing out. She seems
I think
okay-ish.
if you're kind of like checking over her, she's definitely acting okay.
Okay.
I think if you like study her for a moment, you get the impression that she really doesn't feel well.
Sure. I think I'm gonna disengage from the sap and then head over to Tilly and just pull my heal spell out of my bag and go, listen, I know it's none of my business, but you do seem like you're, having a bit of a moment. Would you like me to see if I can do something?
I'm fine, I assure you.
Just no cost to me.
I'm not sure that'll do anything.
It's not great.
So can I have that sap back?
It's there. I guess I just left the claw
Yeah,
just
it's
put
still
the
like
thing down.
encased in the orb.
You can grab it if you want. I'm not stopping you.
Yeah, I think Butter is like, well, I've already used one of the one of the things. It's a little late now. And he like kind of slowly pulls it out and like shakes off whatever
I think, like,
extra sap is on
In
there.
order to get it out, you have to make contact with the sap again, and you hear a scream of thief, and then you stop making contact again, and the voice disappears again.
Sorry.
Yeah, you have a vial of sap worth 500 pips.
I can put
Was
it
it
back in
worth
my
it?
inventory just for carrying.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Can we
that
talk
was an
to
entirely
bees?
strange experience.
Yeah. You guys are still in that upper room. The bees are still buzzing around. You see down below you, the fairies are still buzzing around. I think from this upper ledge, you are able to see like kind of into this sort of domed place. It's like an open sort of gondola sort of thing. And within it, there is a wisp of smoke going up that is purple. And I'm talking about this dome over here. And standing in front of it, you can see a fairy guard holding in a beautiful, familiar spear.
Butter looks down at his spear, up at that spear, down at his spear again, up at that spear again, back down at his spear, and goes, "How are there two of them?"
We can't let them touch. It'll cause a paradox, a black hole. But we still need a way to get across that gap.
How long is the gap?
We'll say it was like 8 inches to get up. We'll say it's another 8 inches across widthwise. It's pretty big.
So it's 16 total.
So no, sorry, it was 8 inches to get up to where you are.
Okay.
It's the same distance horizontally.
So if I were to flick this thing all the way out, I could like grab the fairy.
Put it in a ball. You can flick the thing out, and again, it like extends more than it feels like it should. And you can barely tap the other side as you kind of reach out, but that, it's a flimsy little rod. It's not going to get you there.
I painstakingly put it all back.
One at a time.
As I'm doing this, Butter says, "Well, Sorrel, I have one other idea. I have string.
String is good.
And you have a way of throwing it, I believe."
I do. And scissors. We don't even have to use all of it.
Is that something?
I mean, it is, although there is a guard over there. We start hucking rocks at him, he might get a little bit pissed off.
Well, just don't hit him with the rocks.
Like, it's hard to pull off that we're bewitched if I'm grapple hooking my way across here. Not to say it's not worth it, but we might have to, get a little aggressive here.
Just immediately launch the spear at him. Well, at some point I do have Fireball, and I've been just itching to use it.
Oh, good point.
I will at this point remind you that you're inside of a wooden tree.
Yeah, there's water
Surrounded by
everywhere.
sap.
Just reminding.
Okay. Yeah.
If we're able to see the guard, has the guard seen us? Like, has there been any?
He is so kind of like he's not looking towards you. He's looking down at the festivities. I think you guys are like it's like kind of the inside of a tube. You're on one side, he's on the other, but you're both kind of looking. Both the porches are kind of facing the opposite side, if that makes sense.
Kind of.
So again, it's a kind of draw and plan. You've got the circle of the tube. You are here, right here.
Mm-hmm.
He's here. And you're both kind of looking out this way. So if he looked in your direction, he would see you, but he's not looking in your direction.
Gotcha. All right. We might be able to get the drop on him, which could certainly be useful. How's this for an idea? I've got a handful of caltrops left. We've got your string. We've got some sap. We've got, rocks and stones. I bet we could combine all that to make a half-decent grappling rope.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Get it lodged somewhere up in the bush, in the, the knots and the branches, swing across. Maybe all four of us bum rush this ferry. Have a decent chance.
He's level 17.
A DC 50 enemy. No. I think looking up, you're able to see. You're kind of at a point where like you're on the inside of a tree, but it's starting to open up, and there are more kind of knots in the side. Do you think you could maybe get the grappling hook around one of them?
Cool.
All right.
I think the first step is to craft some of that then.
Yeah. I've used another thing in my...
Well, I don't think we even need to... we don't need it in a self-contained ball. I was just going to, drop the rope in the sap and then slap it onto all of the caltrops.
Well, I was saying I'm using another use of my thread.
Oh, of the rope. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay. So you mark a usage of the thread. You're able to kind of... it's kind of heavy on the end, so it works, and then it's covered in sap. Is that the intention?
Yeah. So rope, maybe a rock just to give it a body, and then just one or a usage worth of caltrops to give it sticking power.
As we do that, I accidentally touch the sap again.
You bastards. Yeah, describe to me how you go about this.
The swing?
So you throw this sticky rock into one of the knots so that it latches or around? Or does it just stick?
Something. I mean, the caltrops also are a bunch of spikes.
Yeah.
It's a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Plus the spike, we get it lodged around a...
I'll allow, if you make contact with something that you can hook around, it's gonna stick.
Yeah. I think the goal is literally just to, find the midpoint between the two platforms and, above it so that you can swing across like a swing.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of, spin this thing around once, twice, thrice, and then throw it up on top of this kind of knot that you've spotted. And the caltrops kind of dig into the surface of the wood. You find a little kind of V-shaped indentation for it to settle into after a couple tries. You You're able to pull on it. It seems sturdy enough.
Yeah. All right.
Are we doing this all as one big go? Like we all hug and jump across?
I don't know that it would hold all of our weight, unfortunately. I mean,
Well, then you go over and send the ferry back, and then one of us will go over and. It's like the wolf and the cat, then the sheep thing crossing a
Well,
river.
remember, we can't leave anybody alone with the ferry because the ferry will eat us.
that's why we send the ferry back by itself.
This is
I
all too
think-
confusing to me. I'm going. Major M's gonna step up and grab the twine.
Yep.
And
Got the twine.
and he's just gonna launch himself across.
Okay. Indiana Jones music starts playing. You swing across. Are you like aiming for like the shelf, the ledge that you're trying to get to, or are you like where are you trying to get to? I guess is my question.
I mean, it's tied off halfway between us and that ledge, right?
So you're trying to like swing across and get to like so you can grab the other side or something, or like jump off.
I'm pushing off so that I like overshoot it a little bit and I can just sort of land on it.
Okay. So you swing, you do like the jump, like everyone did out of the swing in the playground, right? You jump out, land on top behind the ferry. Roll a dex save to be stealthy.
Stealthy.
I can't imagine a way for you to land softly without risking some noise.
That's fair.
That's a 2.
Great. Major, it's
Soft as a
glorious.
feather.
It's like that Star Wars scene and Indiana Jones, like better than that.
I love that
You know,
Star
you do
Wars
little-
scene in Indiana
little
Jones.
combat roll.
Major M sort of like looks around for a second and it's like, that went better than I thought. And then realizes that he's still holding the twine and that if he tries to swing it back, it's just gonna like limply fall because there's no weight on it.
Yep.
So he like sort of like pats himself down, realizes that he's still got that axe on him, so he's gonna tie the axe off to the string and then he's gonna swing it back across.
The other mice go diving out of the way.
I think Tilly definitely like dodges out of the way. Like, what is this?
We just let it go back and it just chops the head off the ferry on the backswing.
Yeah, the axe comes swinging back towards the rest of the party. I think we can just safely assume that this is like a good system for getting the
Yeah, we can safely
and forth.
assume that.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll for anything. Yeah.
I mean, Major M is gonna prepare his sword for the next person coming across in case they're a bit louder.
Okay.
I think
Throws his thorn.
just since I have a ranged weapon, I'll
Major, do you
motion
feel
for
threatened
butter.
at all?
Not really, honestly.
Okay, great.
That's pretty easy.
I felt like I had to ask just for decorum's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, by asking that question, I felt threatened.
Mhm.
Okay. Butter goes next.
Dex save.
11 is my dex.
Yes, if you tied it, it's a success. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Butter, you much less gracefully make it across.
As can be assumed. He kind of like, as he jumps, he doesn't think to throw the thing, so the axe just swings by itself. Which is what Major had intended it for, but it's not controlled.
Okay. Yeah, it swings back your way, Sorrel.
I'll use my sling to kind of loop around it and
Mhm.
pull it the rest of the way in.
Okay.
I'll look at Tilly to see if she wants to go first. I don't know what weaponry she has, if any.
She's got a little side sword. It's nothing special, but it looks like it's been well used. She's an experienced adventurer. She'll like bow her head and be like, "Thank you," and step into like kind of the step on the
Inside
axe
hook of
handle. Yeah, like very sort of poised and delicately swing across and then step onto the other Shelf. She's gonna make a dex save. She
At this
passes.
point in the process, Majoram realizes to check. Does this guard have wings?
Yes.
Okay. Majoram was getting ready to drop the sword and then just push him.
I think also like looking closer at the guard, you're gonna notice that not only is this exactly the same spear as what Butter's holding, it's glowing softly with a purple light. It seems like whatever magic was in this spear is still present in this time.
Makes sense. All right.
Sorrel, the axe swings back to you
Sorrel.
again.
I'm the last one. I definitely have the worst dex. So I think he takes a minute to
Oh, yikes.
prepare himself. Would we have planned stuff ahead of time?
No, that's the other game.
Yeah.
I mean,
No flashbacks.
Majoram was sick of us sitting around just doing nothing.
Yeah,
He
yeah. You
swung.
just went.
I will say Butter has an idea if things go wrong.
I think I'm just gonna like try and get the attention of everyone over there, and just like kind of shrug and then point at my sling and go like this and just be like, I'll throw the rope back across.
Yeah, Majoram grabs it. He unties the axe, and he just like puts his sword away, takes the axe, walks over to the guard, and he's like holding it up, ready to chop off the wings, and then looks over at Sorrel and nods.
Chops off the wings.
This is so brutal.
This is so
Right.
metal.
I'll go back up and I'll start looping it a little bit, and then the other hand. And as I get to one, I'm gonna throw.
Okay. I'm not gonna have you roll a dex save. You're not trying to be stealthy. Major, make an attack roll with advantage. With advantage because you snuck up on him.
Is
That's
it?
D20s? How's this?
It's your damage. You're just gonna do damage, but roll
Okay.
your
It
damage.
usually-
Roll twice and do the best.
It usually does. Where is it? There's something about like you always roll a d12 if you
Oh, is that true?
attacks. When an attack is enhanced by a gambit or vulnerable opponent, roll d12 instead of like
Great.
advantage rolls.
Roll a d12. Thank you, Ben.
Yep.
Okay. Just 1d12.
Yep.
When you say d12, is that just considering a regular weapon? Because this is an axe, which is d6 or d8.
It's
depending on if
enhanced
you
by
want
a
to do it.
gambit.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay,
it's
so it's just
enhanced by a
D12.
gambit. He's
Fair enough.
vulnerable. It's a sneak attack.
Okay. Rolling 7.
Okay. He takes 7 damage. And you're gonna do critical damage to him. I think that being critical damage, I think you're gonna be able to successfully. I'm not gonna say you chop off his wings in one attack, but you make it so you've wounded his wings significantly enough that he can't fly.
Huge.
Like you've accomplished your goal, unless your goal was
Yeah.
maiming a fairy, in which case you've only gotten halfway there. So you deal 7 damage to him. I do want to say, actually, I don't remember exactly how I was running combat before, but I was reading the rulebook again, and I realized that the way that damage works for you guys, which is it gets through your HP and then it gets through your strength.
Yeah.
That's how it works for enemies too. So I think I might have been running it wrong. So he's now taken strength damage,
Right.
but he's got strength
Yeah.
remaining, so he's still active. Butter and Sorrel, I'm going to let you act on Major's initiative because you coordinated all this.
Yeah. So did you, since we dealt strength damage, he makes a strength save, and then that's how we determine when he goes down?
No, it's when his strength is depleted to 0. Let me double check, but it should
I
be.
think this says after taking strength damage, they make a strength save. If they succeed, they fight. If they fail, they take critical damage,
Thank you.
and then they're injured.
That's correct. He got a 1, so that's a
Okay.
success. not
So he's
a
up,
success.
but
Critical
we're
failure.
every time he
Critical
takes any
success.
damage, he needs to make another
Yeah.
save. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Butter. Well, you said you throw, so
Yeah, I mean, we all did it at the same time. I am a stone's throw away, so whatever that travel time may mean that Butter gets to go first. I'm either way.
Butter, as the axe is about to come in, he goes, "Hey, you dropped your spear," and then stabs him with the spear.
This poor fairy, man.
Well, we know he's dead in the
Have you seen-
future.
Wait, hey, Tom, you haven't been listening to Dungeons and Daddies recently?
No.
They're doing a season with Call of Cthulhu, which also has a little bit more of this style of combat where it's like it's more narrative and you kind of do whatever. They finally realized that if they just have all 4 characters attack someone at the same time, they pretty much win. So they've just been isolating people and then beating ass 4-on-1. It's been very funny.
The blunder strategy.
Yeah.
Butter, you do that. Make an attack roll. I think since Major hit first, I'm gonna say it's not the.
I can't remember how what kind of whatever the Spear of Fate design.
So it's D6 if you're using it one-handed. It's D8 if you're using it two-handed.
I think I'm using it as a D6 and trying to grab his spear too. Maybe.
If you're trying to grab his spear as well, I'll let you do that, but I'm gonna have it be an impaired attack because you're like making an off-balance stab while you're trying to grab.
So that would be
a bad trade.
A
D4.
A D4. Okay, I can just roll that instead of googling. Roll a D6. 3.
Okay.
You have a D4 and not a D6 with you right now?
Oh, I have D6s. Yes, I don't have a D10, and we were talking about D10s earlier.
Oh, okay. You said.
So I confused myself.
Damage. He's gonna make a strength save. 18. He fails.
Oh, God,
so
no.
that I believe means he goes unconscious? Question mark.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated. He's like on the ground. He's going down as Sorrel's stone flies in the air.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and then he gets hit in the head with a stone.
I think it's funnier if I miss and I'm just like, yeah, good job, guys.
We, the two of us kill him and then a tink.
I think Tilly was also ready to attack, and I don't think she's gonna miss. So she's gonna make a D6 attack.
This dude just he's like watching the festivities, then out of nowhere is eviscerated.
He is dead. Tilly deals 4 additional damage, which brings his strength to 0. You now have a bleeding fairy on the ground.
At least he hasn't fallen over.
Tranquil upper boughs of this willow. You have spilt blood.
I mean, we knew he was dead in the future. We're completing the timeline. We're avoiding paradoxes.
Do I need to?
Damn, wait.
Do I need to leave the spear with him so that I can
swing the body back across? But Major M was gonna try to drag the body back over to the sap, give it blood.
I don't think he has much vitality left.
It's gone. He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That so the spear is lying next to him. It's glowing softly purple. And then there's this sort of like domed shrine gondola thing, and within it there's this brazier that is glowing with sort of a soft purple glow, and then a purple smoke goes up and through an oculus above the dome. The other thing is that looking up, you see that above you is this complex floating assembly. In the center of it is a small crystal, a small gemstone, bright blue colored, and it's what's giving off the blue light. In sort of like a strata around it is this like, it looks like water coalescing from the air. Like it pulls water from the air and then it starts dripping down. And all of this is happening within this sort of like ornate gold ring that is sort of centered within this space. And then above it is this sort of arched, you've reached like the top of whatever this fairy chapel is. I'll draw that real quick. Sorry, I interrupted Ben as well.
No, while you're drawing, I'll just say it. I think that was a pretty metal assassination. It would have been even more metal if we like knocked him out or incapacitated him and then just fed him to the sap until he died. So at least we didn't do that.
I mean,
We
I
brought
feel
an
like
offering.
we thought Blades in the Dark would be the edgy adventure, but
No, it's mice, man.
clearly no.
I'm much
think,
nicer to
After
plants
the
than
guy
that
goes
one.
down, After the guy goes down, Major M looks over at Butter. Wait, we were doing one-liners. Let me ask you a question.
Butter grabs the second spear.
Yeah. The same sort of like magical energy that you felt when you touched the first spear, you now feel in the second spear even stronger. As you sort of like hold the second spear, you realize that like, so this is a spear of intricate fey design, and you kind of intuitively know that you can use this spear to cast disguise, like what's it called? You can disguise yourself with this spear
Okay.
into any mouse-sized creature. Let me find the exact wording. Yeah, while wielded, you may disguise yourself as any mouse-sized creature, but
Oh,
it'll
is this like a
count
raw
as
item?
usage. It is just a magical item.
Like that the PDF has laid out, or did you come up with that?
No, it's a PDF item.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't come up with it, Ben. Okay.
No, I don't. I don't know. I think it's interesting that it's like written.
How many uses does it have?
3 uses,
Okay.
and you can recharge it like the spell Disguise Self.
Okay.
Or there's a spell that is disguising. Isn't there?
I don't think so.
Is there not?
You can.
Oh. I guess I was just looking at the magic item and thought that was the spell. Yeah. You can recharge it.
invisible.
I will tell you how to recharge it at a later date.
Okay. To make sure that the feature isn't destroyed, he takes the spear he just stabbed the guy with, that doesn't seem to have this power, and places it back in his hand.
Okay. Yeah. And it's like kind of upright, leaning against the sort of brazier in kind of the same position that you left it.
Yeah. But now it's covered in fairy blood.
It's covered in his own blood.
Wow, what happened to him?
How much armor is this guy wearing?
Armor.
Like you said, he was a guard.
He would be wearing armor. I'm gonna say it's not magical, but it is a set of heavy armor. So it takes up 2 slots of inventory. It's worth 500 pips.
That's pretty good. Also, while they're doing all this looting, I'm still on the other side, and I think I have gathered the rope back after some reaching, and I want to swing across, but I'm not very dexterous. Is there danger? Like I don't need to be stealthy anymore, right?
No, I'm gonna say no.
I just want to roll for comedy for how stupid I look at this.
Okay.
Oh, I made it. 2 out of 4.
Wow.
I sweep across. I'm very surprised at how actually well that went.
Yeah.
I fully expected
Just
to
as well
dangle
as,
there for a little while.
Just as graceful as Major's effort, actually.
I was so inspired.
Question: how long do we want to continue on? Because obviously we're at a point where we have to make some decisions about how we're going to collect what we want to collect, and then we may need to escape.
I think we can keep going for a little bit. I want to see what you guys do in this like kind of area that you've gotten to, and then I think we can stop.
Okay. So we know we need to get whatever the babbling chalice or whatever is.
Theoretically.
What was the name of it?
The
Babbling
Grail.
Babbling Grail.
Babbling Grail. That's it.
/ the Weatherstone.
Yes, I
That
feel.
was what Tormund was looking for.
Yeah.
I think Tilly, actually, having reached, this is what Tilly is after,
Right.
and she knows that this is the Weatherstone above you, and she will ask Butter, can we use that extending apparatus you found? Grab the stone.
But only has 2 uses left.
Butter, Butter,
Smack him on the back of the head.
I take 2 more damage, I fall over.
Butter, if you will get this for me, I promise you, Tormund will value you even more.
Will you give me a wish?
No.
That's fine.
No,
And he
no.
immediately, like, he grabs it, no worries.
Yeah. So you kind of reach up and you get into this sort of like coalescing sort of vortex of water pulling from the air. You grab the stone and you're able to kind of pull it down. And you see, I mean, so when you push against the stone, it sort of snaps shut and you don't get the entire stone, but you get a small portion of it that you're able to kind of pull down with this apparatus. And you have this inside of this orb, you have this magical glowing stone, and it's sort of like misty inside of it. It looks like it's converted all the air inside of that orb into dew, like on the orb, interior of the orb.
So part of the rock, part of the original
Just a
crystal,
small portion of it, because it's like
it broke
fairly large. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Tilly will immediately be like, Butter, can I have that? Please.
I guess. He hands it to her.
We could
She'll,
always
like-
get another one for ourselves.
Yeah, she'll stow that in the pack. And
It hurt Ben.
Butter. We got one more claw by my reckoning. And I bet, part of a magical artifact that creates water is going to be a lot more valuable than pretty much anything else we could grab with it.
I guess. And he uses the last
can-
one on.
You can keep the telescoping part if you want.
What if I need to point at something really far away? He grabs another chunk of the Weatherstone.
okay. And I think this one, like Tilly's not going to ask for. This one is yours to do with it as you will. And it does the same thing where it like kind of mists up inside.
I hand that one to Sorrel if you have room.
Yeah, I've got space.
Okay. Yeah. I think in the interest of time, I think it's fair to say that you're able to get yourselves down the tree the same way you got back up.
If we
Fairy
wanted
are
the
not gonna cost you.
Sorry, we wanted the babbling grail as well. Is that the thing that was in the like basin next to us?
You don't know.
I got the impression that Gwal or whoever thought the Babbling Grail was in here, and then Tilly comes in and he's like, he thinks it's a Babbling Grail. I know it's actually the Weatherstone, but who knows?
I think if you voice that thought, Tilly will say like, it's frog nonsense.
It's a good band name.
Frog nonsense.
I think we've gotten pretty much all the value we can out of this. Now we just got to figure out how to get home. Apart from the long way, which would be just to wait here.
The very long way.
Yeah.
In the present, 4
To
magical
go-
skeletons suddenly appear.
Yeah. To go Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. style and just cryogenically freeze ourselves for ages.
Yeah, I think that's where we can leave off. Sorrel asked that question. You
How do
were
we get
picking
home?
your way down the tree. How do we get home?
And then
If only
And
we
I'll let you
had
guys
like a
roll.
wish of some
Think on
kind.
that. Yeah, but yeah, that's the vast majority of this dungeon. There's just that getting out part that you gotta figure out.
cool.
Cool. Yeah.
We are full.
Yeah, need to go sell some stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was I will tell you, that could have been a very lethal dungeon.
Yeah, I believe it.
It is kind of fascinating, like I set up a bunch of things and then you were like, nope, I'm good.
Like which
Walked right
bit?
past it. I'm not gonna tell you.
We still
I
have to
knew
escape.
the ferry on the rock was something.
Yeah.
I'm
It was
guessing.
indeed something.
And I mean, the
There
fact
are
that we were able
things
to.
that you might just never know because
That's
you
fine. I mean, the fact that we were able to drop that ferry in one turn is probably impactful. That would have been very different otherwise.
Yeah, if we let him get a word in edgewise, we would have had to fight more than one fairy.
Uh-huh.
You got 2 edges in wordwise.
Yeah, I mean, they will someday find the dead body of their guard up top and just leave his body there for 300 years for some reason.
Yeah.
Because,
gets for
well,
dying.
yeah,
Like
he
an idiot.
didn't protect the thing.
Yeah, that's some weird fairy ritual. You have to leave the body undisturbed if they fail their task or something. I like that. Yeah.
It's parchment style, right? It's sacrilegious to
Oh,
move the dead.
yes. Yeah.
So now they're like, well, damn it, now we got to deal with this. There's a new installment in our treasure room.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
That's
that's
all I
great.
have for today. Cool.
Most
yeah,
enjoyable.
I think next session will be getting out of the dungeon, and then it'll, assuming you succeed, be travel, finding the next quest sort of things.
Yeah.
You might